What is good, everybody? We are back with another episode of Big Boy Talking. This is a special one, okay? This one, we ain't really got no subjects to talk about. This is all about UConn versus UCLA. We're going to enjoy the game. We're going to watch along. We're going to hang out. We're going to talk about whatever comes to our mind. And you know how we get down. It might get crazy in here. First and foremost, I got my co-host with me. First, down here on the bottom, we got Mr. Ghost.
Just want to let y'all know Flash is still fine.
Okay. And second, we got my boy Jay the Six.
Hey, what it do on the road, but like do be must go.
So you on the road and you still decided,
You gonna eat the shit away?
hey, I'm signing in. I'm working tonight. I'm putting in them hours. I respect that. And speaking of that, Jay is a South Carolina fan, and his ladies just advanced to the finals. And we will see soon who they'll be matched up against. And he better hope and pray it's not them UConn Huskies. Cause y'all know how we do.
Not too much.
Oh, the
We
fat
got
girls?
Fears in the building. My boy Fears said drop the link. He said drop the link.
Oh.
I want
I
to
cannot
kick you.
work with that demonizer. It's like not playing.
Wow. That's crazy. I ain't never heard that one.
I'm just saying, if you have me and Ferris up here, whatever trouble your channel gets into, don't blame me or Ferris.
I don't know if you know this, but I'm not monetized, sir.
Okay, just moving on.
And having you on the show weekly means I probably never get monetized, sir. All
I'm
right.
just saying, if you let both of us get up here, man, we might turn this place out.
I'm not too worried about it. I'm not too worried about it.
Might go viral.
Give me a second. I gotta try to find him on here because I don't think I added him before.
Wow, that's crazy.
Man, don't talk junk. All right.
I'm just saying, the best news reporter in the whole Discord. You ain't got him as your friend.
You know, more than half the people on there aren't actually listed as a friend.
You want to at least chat with him?
Yeah, he did, Fierce. He did, and I'm gonna let you answer that on stream. I'm gonna let you answer that on stream. Hold on. For some reason, my Discord isn't opening up. Give me a second here.
I didn't say people. You can demonize anything. I demonize Chick-fil-A sweet tea.
You demonize a lot of things. Fears, we all love people. And I'm trying to get you the link as we speak, but my Discord won't open up for some reason. Which this does this to me pretty often. That's how I miss a lot of messages that people send me.
Wow. Your Discord need to have a talk.
We do. Have you not noticed that happens to me often? Go upstairs now. No, honey, no. Got somebody trying to make a guest appearance here, as you can hear. She's supposed to be in bed.
You know, since you can't look out for Ferris, I did.
You sent it over to him?
Yeah, you know.
I was trying to. For some reason, my app literally will not open.
Hey, no licking.
It's just weird. Yeah, I don't know why it's not opening. It's not opening on my computer or my phone, which is wild.
Finishing a game.
Yeah, see, it's
So he can help me demonize this stream.
so listen. I'm guessing you're just like everybody else, and you got UCLA over UConn. I know Fears is with me. He got UConn.
I ain't got a dog in the fight. I hate everybody.
I know you ain't got a dog in the fight, but that don't mean you can't pick a winner or who you think's gonna win.
Well, because you already did it, and I can't be the villain. I got UCLA by 12 exactly.
By 12, huh?
Yeah,
Not
that,
9,
but
not
this,
11,
Hey,
not
Fears,
13, 12 on the nose.
Fears, we don't discuss price tags on this here show, sir.
Just know he ain't pay retail.
I never pay retail. All right. That there winged eagle championship, the original. You know what I'm saying? The original. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying not to. No, you good. You good. I'm just saying, I'm trying not to give out free promotions. But off air, I got you. I will definitely let you know. And I'll even tell you where to get it. So you go get you one. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing to have in the collection. This is the first of many for me. I got a bunch I'm about to get. I got to have it. I've been a wrestling fan since I was itty bitty little child. You know what I'm saying? Hulk Hogan, all those, Ultimate Warrior. First off, when they fought at WrestleMania and combined the championships for the first time, they had the Intercontinental versus the WWF title for the first time. Man, I was ready. And unlike everybody else wanted Hogan to win. I was like, nah, Warrior gotta win it. And
I wanted Warrior too.
Yeah. It was so many Hogan fans. I knew so many Hogan fans, but it was like, it's got to be Warrior. And it ended up being Warrior.
Crazy?
And I was a happy man.
I just realized I was a wrestling fan before Jay was born.
That's crazy. That's wild. That's wild. That means I was too, though.
I'm old school.
That means I was too. How I feel, Jay? You the young buck.
I mean, at this point, it is what it is. Damn near. I guess everybody except Ferris, is older than me. So,
I mean, you might have been a wrestling. You might have been a wrestling fan before Ferris was born.
I mean, maybe here and there. Stone Cold. The Rock. In their prime. A little bit of the Jeff and Matt. Matt Hardy. King.
You
the
said in their
mask.
prime. Then you know about that. Do you know about that Rocky Maivia?
He missed the fanny pack.
Yeah, Mr. No, before fanny pack. Back when he was just Rocky Maivia.
Yeah, he had a fanny pack then.
The fanny pack came when he first became The Rock. That's when he wore the black, when he was wearing the all black or whatever.
The fanny packs backstage when he first got there.
I don't know. I thought it was after he became The Rock. Well, you know what? He wore it out to the ring for the first time as The Rock.
Yeah, when he became The Rock, he brought that motherfucker out to the ring like, yeah, I'm styling. But they used to be like, he had a fanny pack ever since he got there. He just started bringing out to the ring when he became The Rock.
Yeah.
He was like, I can pull this off.
Rocky Maivia. I was watching a thing on the Bloodline, and they were talking about the Usos, and Jacob had a separate one that I watched too, but they were talking about their family lineage and how Roman, they call him cousin on TV or whatever. He's technically their uncle.
Yeah.
So you got Roman's technically their uncle. The Rock he's a cousin, but it's like It's almost like a half. Like he's out there.
Well,
He's
he
not even as
technically
close as you would think, because it's by marriage, really. I mean, well, not by marriage, but you know what I mean. So, like it's one of those where The Rock's father was with the mom, and it's a distant. He's a distant cousin, to say the
no.
least.
They when they truly went through it, it was his father is really close with the actual bloodline, so he's like the cousin they kind of always had. Like he's not by blood
Well,
anyway, but it's like pretty much his father's like, this guy's like my brother. So it's kind
no,
of like
his mother's part of that family. His mother's
no,
part of that family. The Rock's
that
mother is.
that was what I
By
always heard. But somebody went through it and they were like, it's really like it's like my wife, like all African people. If somebody knows your mother or father, and they're their
high
age,
chief,
you call them aunt just because.
Yeah, but so what it was is his mother's, his grandpa on his mom's side. So his mother's father is related to them, but his mother is only like partial blood to them because she's further down the line. But it's his grandfather that's related to them.
But he's like a ninth cousin.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's
They
why I was
don't
like,
share a speck of blood.
distant. he a distant cousin. Like he a distant cousin.
So
But
your peoples is my peoples. You better say hi to mine for you.
Yeah, I mean that's just like I'm about to that's just like Haku, and his two sons, Tungaloa and Tamatonga. First off, Tungaloa is adopted, so he's not even really Haku's son, and they're not even Samoan. They're just friends of the family. They're really close friends of the family.
He first said he was friends with the main grandpa.
So, yeah, High Chief Peter Maivia was. That's what I'm saying. And they made a blood pact, basically. So he's not. That's why I said they consider him distant, but it's not like you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't because his father was close friends with him. It was because the High Chief made a blood pact with the family. There you go.
So they're not really related, like I said.
No, that's why I said a distant.
But
they shared blood
like,
physically.
Like that's what I just said. Like, hey,
they made a blood pact.
That's my brother. Is now your uncle.
Yeah, no. I agree with what you said. I was just letting you know it wasn't because of The Rock's father.
So he's kind of spicy.
Because you were saying Rocky Johnson, and it wasn't Rocky Johnson. They ain't want nothing to do with Rocky Johnson. I mean, they ended up friends eventually.
Specifically, his father, but I knew it's somebody that
you said his father. You said
his father was close with them. That was about it.
Yeah, he did. He did end up close with him.
Father, grandfather, it's all the same to me.
Hey, mama. Hey, mama. Football as well. If you want to get a hold of little Miss Lola, you're gonna have to call the missus's phone. So yeah, she's upstairs with her.
You mean boss Lola?
The crazy part about it is you're bringing in. They had the bloodline going. They did all this. The story's all over the place now. But when you were doing all of this, to have, and I understand the thing with with The Rock or whatever. Why not keep it a little more simple? I get it though. You want to bring in more talent, and Tamatonga's talent. You could have left Tonga Low on the side of the road somewhere. And yeah, I could have picked up Haku's other son, his real son, his other real son, the tall one.
Wait, are you talking about the QB from Miami?
Huh? Yeah, nah. He's not tall, sir. That's not the tall. That's not the tall I'm talking about. Yes, the belt.
And when you get the 4 more that you plan on ordering, she's gonna book you one of them.
The belt. All right. She's had her fair share issues with the belt since I've gotten it. I had a day. The first day I got it.
What?
The first day I got it, I did not relinquish this thing from my shoulder at all. I, in fact, went and fell asleep on the couch with it laying over me. And then all you hear is, just like, you don't get no other response. You just get, so yeah. Her and the belt.
But Red
aren't
said,
exactly friends.
like Red said, in order to get this belt, either from my cold dead hands, or you're gonna have to beat me in a match. And you know what match I'm talking about?
Yep. Look. You're gonna have to pry it from my cold, dead hands, or you're gonna have to square up
Right.
one with the great one.
Or
Alright.
Just saying.
When you wake up in an ice tub, trying to figure out what happened.
But you know what? I'm wake up in the ice tub, holding my belt. Okay, I'm be holding my belt.
If you got put in the ice tub, I think you lost the belt by then.
No, she's gonna want to send the belt with me. She's gonna want to send the belt with me, so it's gonna be right where it needs to be. You know what I'm saying?
See, you said you're cold dead hands, right? So she's gonna put you in that ice bath, and she's gonna inject you with that. I forgot what it was, but it stops your heart for like 12 hours or something like that.
What that shit that Saul took in the movie?
Right, and keep that body cold. You're gonna wake up. She have already pried it from your cold dead hands, and you have to warm back up.
Hey, she's not gonna get it. All right, this is coming with me. This is coming with me. It ain't going nowhere. And I'm gonna get the big eagle one next. The round eagle one.
Oh god.
Yeah, the one that Triple H held for most of his career. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Jay. You know what I'm talking about, Jay. Look, my mom, me and Lola in the belts. Yep. My daughter got her little belt.
Look, if I get any belt, it's gonna be the classic. You know what I'm saying? The classic John Cena 05 through however long he had it spinning WWE Championship.
That spinning belt was disgusting. That was a disgusting excuse for a championship.
You're a hater, bro. Oh, that shit was cool.
That spinning belt was a disgusting excuse for a championship. This right here is one of the most beautiful, if not the most beautiful belt to ever grace television. Okay, this championship right here is the one.
I can see your fingerprints on it. You need to clean that belt.
The wing eagle. Well, I was just touching it and rubbing it, so yeah, I would think you would see fingerprints now.
Look, not Red's getting the belt booty rubs already.
Hey, since day one, and then I wipe it down. I wipe it down after, keep it nice and shiny.
But
the question is ceramic coated.
I'm not gonna. You can't do nothing. Ceramic coating this, it would be like it just wouldn't work out well. It wouldn't, because what you don't want to do is have it hit the leather and stiffen the leather. You don't want to do that, and I'm not gonna take the time to wrap the leather and do all that.
Being a fan of your stature, I thought you might, take the time to do it properly, make sure it wouldn't get all messed up, so it could bling blow. But I mean, I understand if you don't have the dedication.
It bling blow anyway. Look at it now, and this ain't even after I
bling a little bit, but nothing crazy.
No, that thing's shiny. Fear, just give me a thumbs up when you're ready.
Only if it hit the light right.
Nah. You know what that is? That's pure hate over there. What's good, sir? Welcome to the show.
I need my belt, dancing like fucking Jetta's jewelry. Yeah, I need like that.
Are those boobs on Ferris's wall?
No.
What?
No.
You would say that. You would say that. No, it's not. No, it's not, sir.
Those are eccentric circles to help my eyes.
The fuck? I'm sorry.
All right, Jay, I'm gonna get on your channel and go crazy too.
Those boobs on my wall.
You know he would be the one. you know, Ghost would be the one. Are those boobs on the wall? He was excited too.
I mean, I was
He's
just
really
game.
excited. Hey, so yeah, Fears, remind me off stream. I'll tell you
Gotcha.
where I got it from. It's a good deal too, good price. So
Nice.
I got you. Because if you go to WWE's website,
Absolutely not, bro. It's like $400 or something like that.
it's even more than that, and it's just it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Not really worth it, especially since theirs isn't the authentic WWF logo.
Mhm.
It's the WWE logo.
Yeah, that's not. That's
So-
and then it's not the belt then.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I
Not
went
the
and got
belt.
this one with the WWF logo. So I'll give you the site for this one.
My favorite thing is
They
like
even
always like
have the,
is finding out why they changed their name. Yeah, you ever know
Yeah.
why they changed their name? That shit's hilarious to me.
Yeah,
World Wildlife
they got
Federation.
Yeah, they're like,
Yep.
you can't. You're like, you gotta change your name. We'll sue you. They're like, we're not gonna get punked by the World Wildlife Fund. And then they're like, oh shit,
Yep.
we got punked by the World Wildlife Fund.
and
So,
just took the whole thing.
Here's the craziest thing. It used to be the Worldwide Wrestling Federation, and they changed it to WWF. They could have literally just went back.
Yeah, they could have. They had
Yeah,
an
they
extra
could've.
W. They had an extra W, and then they just
Yep.
because
And they got
when
rid
the
of it
dad
for
owned
some
it,
reason.
when the dad owned it, he had the extra W.
Yep. And Vince was like, "Now we're gonna drop one of them." I don't know why he did. If I was Vince, I probably would have just put the other W back up there.
Yeah,
Just
no,
to-
but it's
just to tell them to go
it's
screw themselves.
smoother with only like an acronym with 3 letters is better than an acronym with like 4 because it's
No, I agree.
smoother, man. You know what? I hate ESPN, bro. Nah, they'd be like, oh, game's coming up at 6:30. It's like, all right, I'm there at 6:30. Oh, I know the game's actually gonna be at 6:45. Then why'd you tell me at 6:30 the game's gonna be on then?
Well,
Lying.
that first game ran a little late, but yeah, they should have been started this game by now.
Yeah, man. Like, what are we doing here, man? What are we doing here?
That first game ran a couple minutes late. It wasn't nothing, not enough for this.
Yeah,
You
man.
to
You
be
should have
30 minutes
had
late on
both
your
teams.
start
You
time.
should have had both teams waiting in the hallway. You know how like they do during the Elite Eight and the Sweet 16 when
Yep.
teams are like they're literally waiting in the hallway like this, watching the game the last like 2 minutes, and then the game ends. They get off the court, and then literally a minute later, the other teams get on the court. Like it's like that.
Wow. How do you break a 15-footer in practice?
Happens all the time.
It does. It
That's how you
literally
know-
does.
Either
Happens to
two
everyone.
things happen when that happens, right? Either that person's gonna have the worst shooting night of their career, or they're gonna have the best shooting night of their career. It's no in between. Either they're off or they're
That
like,
does.
okay,
That is how it tends to go.
yeah.
Unless you're one of the people that comes off the bench.
Yeah.
I was so looking at UConn, right? When Paige goes, because we obviously know she's
Right,
getting
nothing left.
drafted. Sarah Strong looks
And
like
she's
she's
gonna
going
be
to
the-
end up being the
She's
leader
gonna be
of
the
this
focal
team
point. Yeah.
because she can absolutely go off all season. I mean, double doubles galore. She got freshman of the year, I believe.
Yep.
So it's going to be interesting. They're going to make her the focal point. But who do you look at as that number 2 behind her?
It's gonna be AZ.
She's a shooter, man.
Yeah, AZ's coming back next year, so that's our 1-2.
Yeah, she's
Our?
a shooter.
Yes, our.
How many states do you have sports teams in? Please let me know.
3.
You sure you want to hold to that 3? Because
4.
I feel like it's 5.
Probably 4 or 5. Let's go through them.
New York,
New York, Connecticut, Seattle. No, Washington State because of the Kraken. California. Are we counting college teams?
We count all teams: soccer.
See, this is
baseball,
why I stick with
basketball,
my
football,
UConn, for
cricket.
my Connecticut for most stuff, no matter
Yeah.
how bad they are.
He can't even remember what teams he followed.
There's one in another country, in England. I have an English Premier League team.
I won't hold that against you.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't. I wouldn't count that against you at all.
Okay. College
See,
basketball
for
wise,
me-
you can throw in Kentucky, and college football you can throw in Florida and Oregon.
So like 8.
Yeah, pretty much.
For
I
me,
mean, I love
it's
sports,
UConn.
man. I love sports, man.
It's UConn basketball. Only
Men's and
UConn
women's?
basketball, oddly enough. Yeah, men's and women's for UConn for basketball, and that's it. The other teams I'll watch, but those are the only ones I really care about is the UConn teams. Obviously, Connecticut Sun for the
Yeah.
WNBA.
Oh, Minnesota.
Then-
Sorry, there it is, Minnesota.
Yep,
The Lynx.
and then when you get to
I'm proving Brandon's
college
point.
football, you are when you get
He
to
added
college
another
football,
state.
when you get to college football, for me, yes, it's UConn, but I also have always followed Auburn. I don't know why. I just have.
Oh.
I became a fan when they had Cam, and
Yeah,
when they had
Cam-
the trio of running
Cam
backs
made,
that came out with Cadillac Williams and all of them.
Yeah, him and
So-
Ronnie Brown.
Yep.
Yeah, him and
So-
Ronnie Brown.
Do you have any
I
Canadian
started following
teams?
Auburn then.
Yes, I do. The Winnipeg Blue Bombers of the Canadian Football League. But that's because
I used to watch Canadian
that's
football
because
league
my
a long
friend
time
is
ago.
from Winnipeg. He's from Winnipeg, so I kind of joined, and I was like, I'm gonna join your fandom. He's like, cool,
I
man.
mean, technically you could get away with Toronto because it's not a state, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but Winnipeg, it was really fun in Winnipeg because they won 3 of the last 5 CFL titles, and they were in 4 of them. So yeah,
Oh, nice.
yeah, they're pretty good. And
Yeah, I used to watch.
I don't know if you guys watch the channel. His name is Rob. Snark. Yeah, he's
No, I don't think
Canadian.
I've-
Yeah,
don't
no,
think
he's
I've heard of
he's
it
one
yet.
of our Canadian guys. He does the soccer show on our sports
Okay.
channel. He's from Winnipeg. He actually got me a old school Winnipeg Blue Bombers jersey, like the really old ones, like where they had it it was Rydell. Y'all remember Rydell when they were
Yeah.
making jerseys? Yeah, it was
Didn't
like
they used to
that.
make helmets?
Yeah, no, they still make helmets,
Yeah.
but they also make
We
jerseys
still
as
make
well.
helmets, yeah.
Yeah, they also make
So
jerseys.
here's for the really hard hitting question. Since I got Ferris on,
Hit me.
Uh-oh.
what's up with the videos? You dropped
What
like 2 videos like 2 months ago. I ain't seen no more videos on your YouTube. What's going on?
I'm live every Friday.
He
On
is
your
live every
channel?
Friday.
Yeah, on my sports channel. And I was live last week on our entertainment channel doing our
Yep, doing
our
the movie,
Buffy,
the movie
yeah, doing our
reviews.
You
Buffy,
see,
our Buffy.
now you trying to weasel out. No, the Ferris Mutana channel that was covering news and whatnot. What's going on?
Oh, like my personal one. Oh yeah, those are like my old videos, my school videos that I put up on my YouTube. I just gotta find more of the school videos I did and like upload them and trying to create a real.
We need that hot new.
I'll get
We
you
need
some.
that hot and new.
I'll get you some.
Hot new like Men in Black. No, this is new hotness.
No, I need
That's
to. What I need to do is I need to create a play-by-play reel of the volleyball game that I called. I need to chop it up and get the
Does
best
this come
call.
with footage involved also, or is
Yes,
it
we
just
have.
audio?
There's footage of the volleyball games. Yeah, the volleyball game is about like 2 years old, 3 years old, but it's still good.
Don't do that, Reg. Don't do that.
I had to laugh at you because we already know. We already know. Listen,
Right.
I just want to point out that he's in that mode where he'll talk junk about somebody not producing on the YouTube channel because he's recently been putting his videos out consistently. Now, if he somehow starts to slow down again, you won't hear a word. He'll disappear. He won't say a word. He'll
Well,
disappear. He won't say a word.
I don't really care, but
Mhm.
I did enjoy the 2 videos he did post, and then they just disappeared. I'm like, so I mean,
Which ones did you watch?
you did a news report on the football team. I forgot what the other one was. But I know one was on the football team. You're actually out like on the football field talking about the partial season that they had. It was football or baseball. You were out with the team you talking because they had a partial
I did
season.
baseball. I did baseball.
Then
did
that might be
baseball,
was they had
and
a
then-
partial season. You were talking about how it affects them and some of the seniors that had to come
Yeah,
back.
yeah, that was the
full
baseball
season.
one. Yeah, that was the baseball one.
I mean, I'm old, but for 2 months ago, my memory is pretty good now.
Yeah, that was good.
He calling you out.
Reg
man.
didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
No, you,
Man,
you right.
Lauren's gonna be a
You
problem, man. Lauren's gonna be a problem.
We'll be good.
Yeah, I'm not really scared of the other four, really. Like, no, like I'm a big fan of Gabrielle Jaquez and Kiki Rice, but I think they're gonna get canceled out with Caitlin Chen and Paige Beckers. You know, and like Sarah Strong I think is better than Doug
Britt.
Duglacic. Don't know her last name.
Oh,
Angelina. Yeah. You know, and AZ, man, AZ is a shooter, bro. So like she has a green light. Gino's like, shoot. I don't care if you're 0 for 8. Keep shooting. That's literally what happened against last game against Oklahoma, where she was 0 for 8. In the fourth quarter, hit back-to-back threes. It was like, just keep shooting.
Yeah, she's one of those. She reminds me of a Klay Thompson.
Keep shooting,
right? Just keep shooting. Because once she hits it, once she sees that ball go in, it's over. It's gonna keep going in.
Fun fact: she's actually was the first female basketball player signed to the Steph Curry Under Armour brand.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
and it fits.
And AZ,
and there go that right defense. There.
Yeah, stealing a layup.
There go that UConn defense I've been talking about all year long.
Yeah, man. You gotta play defense. They play man. Man is what they do. Like it's literally like their identity. Man is look, Yana. See, she's gonna be key. Alalfi, watch her. She's gonna be key.
No, I might have a personal little bit of Johnson. You see,
it's the ability to switch too. I've seen UConn does a better job at switching when they're in man defense and they're coming off those screens. They do a better job at switching than most teams.
See, watch Paige. Paige is going to guard their power forward. Paige is playing power forward. How's that a foul on us? That's a problem.
What up, Zeke?
Zeke.
Hokage.
Yeah. Big Zeke in the building.
Yeah, man. See, man, Sarah she's a problem, bro.
Really? Your whole mouth?
Sarah is a problem. You're moving a little bit faster than I am. But Sarah is a problem, bro.
My favorite thing about Yana is
she can stretch the floor is crazy.
Yeah, my favorite thing about Yana too is she won MVP at the under-19 Olympic Games for Egypt. So that's how Gino found her. You know, so right there, look at that. Set the screen. Yeah, but Lauren is
that might be a problem.
Yeah, Lauren is. You know, she has a little brother who's 7'2".
Golly, little what?
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
A little brother that's 7'2".
Yeah, so she's 6'7". Her little sister is 6'5". Who's signed to go to UCLA next year. That's why Lauren's not going into the draft this year, because she wants to play with her little sister. But
so
here's
little just runs in the family, huh?
Yeah, little in quotation marks. Her sister plays center. No, her sister plays point guard. She's a point guard at 6'5" in women's basketball. Those are centers in women's basketball. Yeah.
You know how badly I would have to beat my brother if he was taller than me, like on a daily basis?
Yeah. So her brother's 7'2".
Your offensive board.
Her dad is 7'1".
7'2" is crazy.
Her dad is 7'1", and I think her mom is 6'6". Her mom is 6'6".
They playing that. They saw each other. It was like, oh, we about to have some ball playing babies.
Yeah, man. He went to Ocho Cinco. I'm not here to make supermodels. I want athletes.
Facts. I remember Ocho said that.
Yeah, he said that. He's like,
he said he look at all that.
Yeah, he said he put. Yeah, man. He said he put Sherelle at like a combine.
Yeah.
Before the relationship.
When he said that, it makes sense though.
Well, yeah, two of his daughters run
like that.
Two of his daughters run track in the SEC.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, just so y'all know.
Did you see Ocho say he could probably still get out there and play ball now?
Yeah, he always says that. Him and T.O. always say that, and then they forget that they're almost 50.
Yeah.
Like
T.O.'s
48.
I think T.O. recently gave up because I saw him on something.
The fan controlled football league,
something like that. and it just didn't look. It didn't look kosher. I saw him in that. He looked okay in that against regulars, but I saw him out and doing some type of training with some college kids.
Yeah,
it was like nope.
His alma mater. His alma mater won the NIT yesterday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. He's from Tennessee, Chattanooga. So now it's just Chattanooga University. It's like with Penny. Like every time you see Penny, it says Memphis State, but it's really the University of Memphis now because they rebranded.
Branding is everything.
Yeah.
Zeke said, "Damn, both parents told." Yeah. 6'6" and then 7'1" as parents is crazy.
Yeah, he played professionally in England. There was professional basketball in England. That's what threw me off. It's like, wait, what?
I didn't know that either. That's new to me.
It threw me off.
Every day. I had no clue.
You mean Europe? Like I understand Europe, but England? I don't think they got a basketball.
Yeah, that's wild. That's wild. I wouldn't expected that.
So we're rooting for the team in blue, right?
Yes. Oh, nice front. Nice fronting. That was a good front by Yana.
Well, and UCLA wearing white and blue, so yeah, that's what we're rooting for.
Smart ass.
Yeah, you knew that's what he was going for.
Yeah.
You know that's what he was going for.
So
yeah, but I left room for one of y'all to be a smart aleck and get caught up.
Yeah.
I mean, I caught it as soon as you said it.
I mean, I was about to say something. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna stay out of.
My coworker at work,
you could butt in any time, sir.
I know.
He looks at the other guy and like, why did you respond to him? You knew it was a setup and you still responded.
You knew it was a trap. You knew it was.
So Yana's family are watching her for the first time ever.
Really?
Yeah, this is the first time they're watching her in America at UConn.
Hey, don't say that because now they gotta win.
I know.
Yep. Now we definitely getting the dub.
We gotta get the dub.
And Ferris was holding back insider information. That's basically what happened.
Also, too, it's the end of Ramadan, so bless us, oh Lord. Let's get this victory. You know what I mean?
Bruh, I couldn't make it through Ramadan. Forget all that.
Yeah, I think they're gonna go Travis Hunter. Because I truly believe the two quarterbacks are going 1 and 2. They're gonna go 1 and 2. They talking a lot of like you can't be telling me Jackson Dart is gonna go top 10, but then telling me Shedeur Sanders is going in the late 20s, early 30s. Like that's just make no damn sense. Like how does that make sense?
Jay got us taking Shiloh with our last pick, so I actually hope that does happen.
Look, it made no sense when Lamar Jackson was the last quarterback, selected in the first round, but
Yeah, I know, but that was just blatant racism because they thought the other 3 white guys were better than him. But in this draft class, it's literally only 3 quarterbacks and 2 of them are black. So
look, another instance when
Dart just came on lately.
Yeah, like I'm sorry, but
like the year when it was like Cam Newton. I forgot what magazine it was. It was like Cam Newton, Christian Ponder. What's that? Jake Locker. Yeah, Jake Locker. I'm thinking I'm like, man, what the fuck? I'm like, who are these guys?
Exactly. I knew about Jake and Blaine because Blaine was at Missouri, and Jake was at Washington. Jake going 10 made no sense to me because he was ass at Washington. I watched him at Washington. It was Steve Sarkisian at Washington, and Steve never won more than 7 games a year there. And then he got the USC job, and I'm like, this is gonna fail because he's a loser. And that's what happened at USC. He failed because he's a loser.
Yeah.
Reggie ain't never getting monetized.
Hey, I ain't worried about it right now.
No, he's not.
I need numbers before I can get monetized. So this ain't something I'm worried about at this point.
That's what I'm saying. Just like I'm not getting monetized all my copyright videos.
I think we're fine if we say ass. We're good.
It's some words that they're okay with.
Afterwards, though, you got to stop it. Can you say the cheeks afterwards or what?
I'll say this: as far as the quarterbacks,
you can't say one of the N-words.
Yeah, can't say any of that.
Not the one you guys can say. The other one, the one that the one that some people describe the Germans in the 40s. You can't say that word. That word gets you in trouble.
Yeah, no, I know.
Word.
Yeah. I found that out from Adelia. I didn't know that. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah. Oh no,
I can't say what now.
I'm not going to tell you so you can say it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say.
Can you
It's like
explain
Jack. It's like
I just want to know.
it's
Nah,
like
you
Jackie
good.
Chan saying the N word in Rush Hour.
No,
Ah man.
that's fine. That's fine.
He said that's fine.
Which threw me off. I was like, how is that
Yeah.
fine? But the other one isn't
You
fine.
two let that slide. You two let that slide. I don't
Yeah,
know
you know.
why,
Yeah.
What's
but
up, my?
What you say? Huh?
No.
Oh, wait, you
Look, I'm just
can't call
quoting.
somebody a bratwurst?
you heard me. What's
Look,
good, sir?
I'm just quoting, a famous movie. That's all I'm doing.
What's up? What's going on?
Man, I love when people be like, "Oh, those movies can't be made today." Like, yes, they can. It would
Look,
be
I'm
just
just,
as
I'm
funny.
just saying.
They
Look,
can, but they'll be. No, we're not still talking about the belt.
The
That's
game
right here,
started.
by the way. I don't want you to think I put it. I don't want you to think I put it away. I still got it. But we talking about the game. The game started. Why you got to come in here talking junk?
I
The
just know
game
Rush
started.
Hour 4.
Let's
The Rush Hour 4, it better not be watered down.
They're making a new Friday.
Yeah, last Friday. I don't know how I feel about it because mostly everybody's dead and they're all rest in peace. So I don't know about that
No,
one.
they're not all dead.
Not I'm saying majority. Like the people were the ones I
Oh
care
yeah,
about.
yeah. John, yeah,
Yeah,
think
And
about
John
John
and Simon.
and Debo. John and
yeah.
Debo have passed away.
yeah.
So that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Think
I
about
don't
a
know
movie
how it's
like
gonna be.
Coming to America. When they
No,
made part two
no,
to
that,
that was
no,
watered down compared to
no. Oh
what the
God.
original was.
Yeah. Now my
So
thing is like
when
I don't
you
want like another How High version where it's like a bunch of
Oh
like these
God, they ruined that for me.
like How High
oh
2
yeah,
is like a bunch of random influencers like people we don't really care about. I don't
Like
want
how
that to
you,
happen. I don't want Craig walking down the street and like Duke Dennis walking down the street. He's like, no, what is here?
like how do you
yeah,
not
nah,
here?
have
not good.
Method Noah Redman in the second one? Like
Yeah,
Yeah,
like How High is a great movie.
it is. It's
yeah,
probably
I
my
got a
DVD
question.
player.
See,
it's a
I
lot
got a
of
question
movies
about those, right? I got a
remakes.
question about those type of movies, right? So are stoner movies about stoners who smoke weed or movies that are cool when you're smoking weed?
I think they're about the stone.
Both.
Okay.
I want to say both,
Yeah.
All
and
right.
I say that because I'm not a smoker, but I've
Well,
had plenty of friends that are,
Mhm.
and they've come out and say, "Dude, you got to smoke and then watch it. And it's 100 times funnier."
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm gonna say both
Okay. Got you.
because that
Y'all ever watch
my
First
boy
Sunday?
watched it. He was, oh yeah,
Yeah,
I
I think
remember
so.
that.
Y'all watch First Sunday?
That's a good movie.
Underrated in the Friday universe.
it was okay.
It was.
It was okay.
Listen, I say it was good because if you look at the story they told, for me, the story of going from kind of nothing to something, and the way they did it, not in a way of working hard to get there necessarily, but in a way of turning over a new leaf from becoming, stop being the person they were
Mm-hmm.
to try and change their life, and all of a sudden, you know, a church of all things is what gets you there.
Is that the movie where there's that scene where Cat Williams is making fun of the people in the pew? He's like, how about you pray with your eyes closed?
Yeah, that's
I'm like that. Is that it? I always see that clip and I lose my shit when he talks.
Cat Williams is one of those dudes. He's another dude that I think is a little bit underrated for his roles he plays in like movies.
Man,
A lot of
underrated.
people don't give him
Nah,
credit.
nah. Cat's not underrated. Nah, underrated.
No,
Nah.
as a whole, no. But I think for his movie roles, a lot of people just kind of overlook him in some of the roles he's played.
Yo, man, they just showed Paige's little sister with the seatbelt. She was like, seatbelt. that was really cute.
You know what I just realized too?
Yeah.
Locked him
I
up.
know Jay's not on screen, but at this point in time, I think Ferris got the crispiest edge up in this jump.
You know what it is. You know what it is.
Whoa.
You know what it
It is
is.
crispy. Hey,
You know what
first
it is.
off, I know I need a haircut. All right, my lady, tell me go to time. Go get
First,
my haircut.
hold on. Y'all look.
Oh,
Y'all
I got
got.
my
I gotta go with the barber.
Millie
I'm
bandana
due.
on, so I ain't even talking.
First of all, look. This is all
Oh,
you see.
Ben
This is all
something
you
on a
see.
Sunday. Let's
Look, I'm in the
go.
complete darkness
I
right
don't know
now,
how
so
I
you
feel
can't
about
see
that
like the
either.
fresh fade I got today.
I mean,
Bro,
How's
they're
that
like
dome like?
they're like 80, bro. Why even doing another Cheech and Chong movie?
Oh man, they do it. Why?
I don't know, bro.
It's like doing another Harold and Kumar. Like it just don't work for this generation.
I think they're
Or
just
Jay,
doing it because they're finally friends.
Great defense by KK.
or
See,
Jay
man,
and
a lot of
Silent.
bigs,
Look,
bro.
KK Arnold's a dominant defender.
Yeah,
it's
she's
like
no. The problem is, bro, is all these bigs nowadays. They don't when they get a rebound, don't bring it down. That's when the guard is ready to slap the ball at your hand. Keep it high. You got to keep it high so no one hits you. And that's what KK did to
Don't
Lauren.
realize that, like,
Yeah, bro. Like you.
if you bring it down to that one arm where they have to hit your arm to get the ball, and you get
Yeah.
fouled.
Yeah.
Like honestly, man, if that
you hold it out here, man, that's mine.
yeah. If I was a coach and my big keeps doing that shit, I yell at them all the time. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. Like that's one thing I won't accept. You're 6'7". Keep
If it's
it high.
another big, they're just gonna wrap up the ball. You're gonna have to jump every rebound you get against me. You're gonna have a jump ball. You just gotta live with that. That's gonna be part of life. You're gonna be tired of doing jump balls.
UConn went small. That's gonna be a problem.
It's you know what? They did it so that they could use more of that two-man game with Paige and Sarah. So I think, and I'm not sure there's many teams that can match up when we go small and run that two-man game. Next round, South Carolina might be able to do it, but
That don't mean nothing, bro. We beat them by 30.
Too,
I'm cool.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm sorry. Like we beat them by 30 at their house. I'm not scared.
I can't.
Yeah, that's what the Ravens did to the
not
Bills.
scared.
Yeah, that turned out the second meeting.
So I ain't got no comment for that one.
I ain't scared.
What?
I was like Reg. I was generally petrified of that game. I thought either the game was gonna be close or they're gonna blow us out because I wasn't really confident. And I was right about the blowout. I just picked the wrong team.
It just went. Yeah. You know what it is? I listen. I've been saying it consistently all year. Not only do we have a top defense, and this is where I love South Carolina because they got a top defense, but their offense is inconsistent. Ours isn't.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Like we got a bunch of offensive weapons.
We ran them off the court. Like we set up the game. They just couldn't hang.
Yeah, because a lot of our offense kind of depends on for Wiley. And how she does off the bench. So
yeah,
Pow ain't
You know what, bro? You know, I hate that, right? So they were up 2 at halftime, and I blink halfway through the third quarter. We're up 15.
Double digits. Yep.
I hate this team sometimes, bro. It's like, oh wait, we down. Bro, it's like, damn, we down 1. We only up 2. Blink, we up 22. What just happened?
That's exactly what happened here. Me and my wife were watching the game. She was sitting in the kitchen, and I came in and I'm like, okay, goes to half. We're up 2. It comes out of half. We're eating dinner and we're sitting in the kitchen. So I come out from eating. I said, "Hey, man, we have 15. We got this."
I was like, "What is going on, bro?" You know, like weird ass fact though. It's gonna be the 3rd straight game where we face an Oregon State transfer. That Oregon State team that went to the Elite 8 last year.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so we faced Reagan Beers was their center last year, and then we faced Talia Van Olfen of USC.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
And then and UCLA got their power forward Tamia Garnier. That team got rated, Reg. That team got rated.
When the kind of like my Connecticut Sun?
Yeah, basically. Because the Pac-12 died. So the girls needed to go somewhere that they're like, we want to play at a bigger, it's a bigger conference.
Yeah.
So they all just got rated. UCLA took, and then Oklahoma, then USC, and you're just like, come on, man. They made the Elite 8 last year, Reg. The Elite 8, they made it last year.
From Elite 8 to nothing.
It was just, yeah, man. It was
just like that.
Just like that. The Pac-12
that's what my
was the
son
best.
Is gonna be, though.
The Pac-12 was the best women's basketball conference for like the past 10 years. You know, like as totality. You know, they didn't usually win the national title, but like they had about 7 teams, you know. Yeah, you do. Hope she succeeds.
I hope Juju comes back 100% healthy, even
Same.
if it means missing half the year next year. Whatever it takes. I just want her to be 100% healthy before she
Two of their
plays again.
freshmen are gone.
Really, transfer?
Yeah, they
That's
transferred.
crazy.
Yeah. So they had the best freshman class last year. They had like 3 or 4 freshmen. All 3 of them were Miss Basketball in their state. Like in their
Dang.
state, they were Miss Basketball, and they were like top 25 recruits. 2 of them are gone.
That's probably because they didn't want to play behind Juju. They didn't want to
Oh,
wait.
she's not playing next year.
Well, yeah, but they probably thought at the time, originally when they made their decision, they were probably like, I'm going to transfer. And once you make your mind up to transfer, you let a team know or coach know. That kind of is what it is.
No, I get it, but like my favorite thing too is like it wasn't like they rode the pine. They all played at least like 20, 25 minutes a game. Like they weren't bench warmers. They were 2 of them were starters, and one of them was like the first person off the bench. So that's what threw me off. Oh, you're a menace. Look at the menace. Look at that.
Yeah.
Strawberry shortcake monster.
I'm gonna grab it. It was funny because he sent us something about that, and I was like, oh man, I ain't seen that. Funny enough, my lady called me about it the day before, but I was so busy working. Because I was at work. She was grocery shopping, so she calls me to ask me if there's anything I need, and she tells me about different things she finds that she think I like. So she called me about that. I did not it didn't register in my mind what she was saying because I was working. I'm climbing around the attic, so I'm worried about falling through the roof, let alone a juice. You know what I mean?
It's crazy.
I could have had it.
You know what's crazy?
What?
I ain't even opened it yesterday. I'm about to take my little first sip.
Nice.
Zeke said, I've never seen that flavor. I need that. Hey, Zeke, they got it at Walmart, bro.
Throw
They
me
got
off.
it at Walmart.
Throw me off.
This here?
Got it at Walmart. Proven.
I'm trying to tell you. This right here, put it in the ice machine, a little bit tequila. You got your nice little daiquiri right here.
No, it's good here.
Yeah.
Reg, are you watching the main feed or the Bird and Tarasi feed?
I think it's the main feed. I think the Bird and Taraji feed was on
ESPN Plus.
Yeah. I'm watching the main feed on regular ESPN.
Speaking of Bird and Tarasi, Ferris and Reg, how do y'all feel about De La Don retiring today?
Oh man, that dude. I was working this morning like at 5 a.m. and the news broke halfway through my shift, and I'm just like, I shouldn't be tearing up at 8 a.m. in the morning. That's just not okay. Cause bro, she was my childhood. Like my childhood is slowly fading away because a lot of these new cats who are starting to follow the game will never ever witness her.
Right.
Because she decided to retire. She basically retired last year. She sat out a year to recover her body, and then she made the decision of like not coming back. She was the truth.
Definitely.
She was the truth.
Definitely.
The biggest what if in women's basketball history, Reg. She was a UConn Husky for a week. So she commits to UConn. She's a Husky for a week. She goes to stores. She trains with them for a week. She's teammates with Maya Moore and and Tina Charles. Legend. Yeah, Tina Charles, Renee Montgomery. She's teammates with them. She's like, I don't want to be here.
Would have been the most dominant team in history.
She's homesick because she has a sister who I believe has MS and she's deaf and autistic. She didn't want to be there away from her sister because she's from Delaware. She's from Wilmington, Delaware. She's like, I don't want to be here. So she transfers to the University of Delaware. She's playing volleyball. She's not playing basketball. She stopped. She like fell out of love with it. Her 1 year there at Delaware, she's like, let me pick up a basketball. Let me see if I still love it. Still loves it. She basically put Delaware women's basketball on the map. First tournament victory in their history. First Sweet 16 ever. Still haven't been back since. But yeah, she was the second pick overall in her draft. They chose her over Skylar Diggins-Smith, only behind Brittany Griner, because Brittany Griner was, yeah. Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
Julio's
That was
going
a hell
to.
of a that was a hell of a draft. I ain't gonna hold you.
Now that the problem is like that was supposed to be the beginning of a new era. Everyone thought that ESPN was going to start caring about women's basketball, and then they
Hell no.
didn't.
Yeah.
They just didn't. And that would have been great because you had 3 different players, 3 different archetypes.
Right.
You had the center,
There
the
wasn't
shot
enough
block.
drama for them.
Yeah, it was the shot blocking center, the big presence in the
Dunking.
middle with Brittany
Yeah.
Griner. You had the swing man or swing person in Elena Delon. She was a forward, play power forward, small forward, can shoot it from the outside, can post you up, had a great handle. Then you had the point guard in Skylar Diggins Smith, who was shifty. She was a leader. You know what I mean? And she was like the head of the snake at Notre Dame, and she was the most popular of the 3. Everyone thought, okay, ESPN's going to put money into it. We're going to start seeing more women's basketball. The tournament's going to get bigger, and they kind of buried them 3 and just were like, nah, we don't care.
Which is crazy.
There was no drama. There was no drama for them.
They were just
That was
hoopers.
the problem.
They were just hoopers.
That's
They
the
just
problem.
hooped.
The world, we got to a point in the world where just having talent on the screen didn't make them happy enough.
Nah, man.
They needed drama. Because let's be honest, the only reason they're saying that women's basketball is where it is now is because the last couple of years you've had drama.
Yeah.
And that's crazy because what I'm saying, we don't have like of course my goal, Breonna Stewart, get in the league, of course Arthur Wilson, it's a whole Jackie Young, a whole bunch of talent before all those last 2 years.
Like, nah, man, like Brianna Stewart, when she was being drafted in 2017, 2016, she should have been the biggest women's basketball player, one of the biggest athletes in the world. She did something not even UConn other players did, right? She did something first. She won 4 straight. She won 4 straight. Not even UConn Huskies have done that. She did it herself. Won 4 most outstanding player awards. 3-time All-American only because they were hating on a freshman. By the way, like literally, she should have been a 4-time All-American, but whatever. She and this was first team too. Like she did everything. She did stuff UConn legends didn't do.
Right.
And she literally again was buried. And I'm just like, y'all don't care about sport.
I was gonna say she can do everything, bro. She can handle the ball, shoot the rock from the 3, block the hell out your shot. I'm like, what can she do, bro?
One final 4.
I was like, I don't care how many MVPs Audra Wilson have. Brianna Stewart was here first. Whooping ass.
Yeah, she was one Final 4 where she scored 9 points, and you're like, oh, 9 points. She didn't do much. She had 16 boards and 6 blocks. It was like 9 points. I still affected the game, and we still whoop your ass.
Yeah, exactly. But they didn't. Again,
that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking she can do everything, bro.
ESPN is all about controversy.
Literally, man.
They got into the sport because of controversy now.
Like my biggest issue is people like I love Caitlin Clark. I'm a big fan of her. She should be a bigger star,
of course,
than she is now. But she had to fight literally 20 years of ESPN neglecting women's basketball.
Yep.
And it's insane, bro. Because I don't want to get into the other points. I know why, but let's just let's just enjoy.
You got time.
This, though.
Most of the time, the best player in women's basketball, college and pros, most of the time, is either a black woman, or if it's not a black woman, it's a white woman who isn't straight.
Who isn't straight? Ah, damn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like Elena Deladon, you look at Elena Deladon and you're like, she's perfect.
Yeah.
Tall, blonde, white, hooper. She should be great. They see her kiss her girlfriend. Like, oh no, we can't do that. Can't do that. Can't do that.
That's true.
She was perfect. Because you know how society, all the blonde
they
white
control the narrative.
Yeah, like the blonde white woman's like the perfect thing in the world. And I'm like, Elena Deladon. Like, oh no, she makes out with women. We can't do that. No.
Yeah, they love to control the narrative.
Yeah, it's like, no, we can't do that. And then with DT wasn't going to allow you to push her around Dinah Taurasi. Because when she got comfortable within her own skin and with her own sexuality, she stopped conforming to people. And she's like, I'm done. I'm dating Penny Taylor. That's my girl. If y'all don't like it, I don't give a shit. And that's what happens, bro. And at one point, the best
Look at
player in the league was Candace Parker or Maya Moore. Candace was the best player in college basketball. And then boom, you know, you find out she's actually bisexual, and you're like, oh, we can't do that. She's black and she's you know, they're bisexual. So like, we can't do that. And it's like, oh, we like, what's up with this? You know, but it's like, no, we can't do that.
Yeah, that's just you know, honestly, let's say what it is. They look for any reason to kind of hold the sport back, and I don't understand it. When you got that much talent on the floor, just let it shine.
Exactly.
Here we go.
Let's go, Ice Brady.
You know what I was thinking? I'm gonna have to break Jay's heart.
Front her ice. Ah, damn it. She got her.
Don't do nothing.
What you about to do?
This strawberry shortcake is better than that simply
What's up,
good,
Jared?
I'll be the judge of that.
That strawberry shortcake A1, Sean.
Hey, look, man, look.
You're right.
She should have been
You
at
know what?
Baylor,
Brittany started bringing them more drama, so they like Brittany again.
Yeah,
Brittany brought them more drama, so they like Brittany again.
But mark my words, I will get sponsored by some type of company, some juice, whatever. I ain't gonna stop.
Hey man, is Ocean Spring the company that has all like the cranberry babies?
Yeah.
Like the cran grape, the cran apple, the cran pineapple.
They got so many damn flavors, bro.
The cran.
Yeah,
it's always
this is a
cran
strawberry
something.
shortcake cranberry drink.
Exactly. Now it's cran. Yeah.
It's all strawberry, all shortcake.
Man, just inject diabetes in your forearm, Brandon. Like, just skip it. Skip the middleman. Skip the middleman.
I'm like,
oh man,
skip the middleman, bro. Let's just get to the point where we chop off your foot.
God,
hey, Jared, if this game keep going,
without LeVar Ball,
Jared, if this game keep going this way, I'm telling you
what's
now,
8 times 36?
I'm gonna need you to talk to all your people on your show on Sunday and tell them to put some respect on UConn name, because all of y'all was crapping on UConn last Sunday. So I need y'all to fix that. All right, Jared, I need y'all to fix that.
I know y'all team ain't got a speck of cute on it. Good God Almighty.
White cranberry strawberry is gas.
No, this is a strawberry shortcake. It's not the same. It is way better.
I'm just saying, my ladies out here commanding respect tonight.
You got to check their testosterone levels too.
What? Nah, that's that daggone strawberry drink talking.
You see the way Reg's whole face stopped? I ain't never seen him unable to respond in my life.
What? Calling me out over liking women's basketball is crazy.
No, I said we got to test their testosterone levels. I mean, they over here beating up on women.
Hey, listen, they good, bro. They women beating on women.
Yeah, now, they just below the legal limit, huh?
Listen, don't be hating on the talent we carry out here, all right? You know what I'm saying? You just know when you go to UConn, if you play basketball, you making that tournament and you going somewhere.
Take these injections. The way it is. Get it done.
Nah. And then every one of them gets tougher too, because Connecticut, people talk a lot of junk about Connecticut. They think it's this uppity state, and it's really not. And it actually blows my mind how many people think Connecticut's like a nice
Blame
place.
Triple H.
When it's really not. You know what I mean? It's straight. It's honestly, I could tell you now, walking in parts of Connecticut is just like walking in parts of Baltimore. Well, going through Baltimore is this. I promise you, when I was out there, when I went to that Ravens game and I was just driving around, the city.
Did you go to Westport?
It just felt like home. I don't know where I was. I didn't keep track of where I was going. I was just kind of driving.
Westport is like the dark side. That's where Mufasa said, you see that dark part? We don't go there.
Yeah, it's a different level. It's areas like that out here too, man. I can honestly say there's areas like that pretty much everywhere, but certain places are worse. You know what I'm saying?
Connecticut has the stadium is regular Baltimore. Well,
And
Baltimore City. Baltimore County is nice. Baltimore City is near the stadium. Westport is the wire.
yeah, it is. I've been there.
Westport's the
Yeah.
wire. Like they live the wire real
Yeah.
live.
No,
You
no.
hear
I'm
the
listen.
stadium and
Every
Green
Listen,
city got
100%.
every city got a bad part, man. Like bro,
That's
like
what I'm saying.
nation's capital. Everyone talks about DC, right? It's like there's DC that gets all the newspapers, like, oh, look how great DC is. But there's parts of DC like don't walk down the street.
in DC in $1 million house and go 4 blocks away and you're in the apartments.
Yeah. And
And you're
imagine
like, how
that,
did I
bro.
get here?
Imagine the city where our government officials do business, where like some of the people that we need to keep safe has a part where you're like, don't go down that street.
Listen, I can tell you now, walking in Hartford's our capital. You go to Hartford, 9 times out of 10, everywhere you go, is crackheads linked up everywhere.
Yeah.
I was working in the state building out here, and they right behind the state building. It was funny because I was talking to security guards, and they got these cameras that super zoom. 2 homeless people live on the outside of the building that's behind their building. So they be zooming in and they watch them. They're like, hey, the guy goes, yeah, you see this little part right here? That piece of concrete's cold. So they keep their food there. Whenever they like find food somewhere, they put it up there to keep it cold. And then it was like, they sleep over here. He's like, they be all the time. Like, he be watching them have sex on there. I'm like, yo, that's wild. Why are y'all watching
That's
them?
weird. That's really weird.
Yeah,
That's really
like,
weird.
I said,
I get
that's Connecticut.
No, I get watching
That's
them to like if they
Connecticut.
do something like crazy, like break something or like beat up somebody, like I get it. But that part, that's weird.
Yeah, nah. They just that's Connecticut though. That's the weird part. It's like why, but then it's like okay, I get why because you're you.
If you work by the White House, like
It's
literally
crazy.
across the street from the White House is like homeless encampments. Like literally, like they just lay down on the curb right across the street from the White House and just sleep. Like you can't rob them. Secret Service is right there. So
Oh yeah. Go down. Do me a favor. Go downtown New Haven. Go downtown New Haven. They're all over the
bust
place.
them tents
They're
out
sleeping
real
on the
quick.
green. Dude,
I think
they used to have concerts on the green. They had to stop because of how many homeless people are out there.
I think the city I lived in, right? So like the city I'm from Berkeley, right? The street I grew up on, that used to be the bad part of town, right? And then as I grew up, everyone got pushed out because of gentrification.
Yep.
Like
Ooh,
everybody
I like
got
that
shoved
halftime
up.
show.
Yeah.
Hey, we watching the halftime show, right?
Yeah, we'll watch the halftime show. All right, Freaky Deaky, we got it.
Yeah,
Right.
it is.
Yeah. But yeah, like that used to be like, or like you couldn't walk down like back in the 90s, you couldn't walk down the street in my neighborhood without stepping on a needle. So you basically had to like get on your tippy toes and like hop around, be like, nope. Because if you actually like walk down the street, you was gonna get stuck. You know what I mean? Like you were gonna get stuck.
Shoes couldn't help you.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. But now, because of gentrification, where like they basically kicked everybody out. Shoot, I got kicked out. Everybody got kicked out, bro. It's people were jogging at night.
Yeah, nah.
That's-
Jogging
You still
at
can't
night.
do that out here.
That's how
Still can't do
Best
that out
is
here.
now. My homeboy from here, he moved up there. Nice, half white, half Asian Jewish guy.
Oh, what a steal.
He's like, I live in Best. I said, you live where? He was like, yeah, everybody's so nice. It's in the third. And I'm like,
Oh, that's not the best style.
right.
That's
and I'm
wild.
like, you mean Bed Stuy? He's like, yeah, like you see the Jay-Z video where he was outside the building? I live like 3 blocks from there. It's nice now. I'm like, okay, I wasn't ready for that.
You talking about the best style that everybody hate? Chris was based on like that best style. Like, what are we
Yeah,
talking about
like
here?
Nas was down the street outside the building. Yeah,
Yeah, like
that-
Queensbridge. Like,
Yep.
what are we talking about? It's like,
Like,
yeah, man,
like-
best style is really nice nowadays.
Like-
You're like,
okay. Like bought a house there, got his kids there, and I'm like, oh, okay. I
Yeah,
wasn't
man,
ready for you to say.
it-
When he said he moved to
They
Best,
tried
I was
to,
like, you got a gun?
They
or
tried to
something? Like,
gentrify. They tried to
yourself?
gentrify Bridgeport out here, and it didn't work. They
Oh,
built
that's a-
new houses and everything, and it just it failed.
that's a
Like,
there's
I've
one
never
part of Oakland is just like that. Like East
Yo,
Oakland,
it just
East
failed.
Oakland, they don't play.
No, nah,
Because
it's real out there.
Yeah, East Oakland, like all the other parts of Oakland, they've been touched by gentrification. But when gentrification tries to go to the east, this is like
Nah, get that
you're
shit
not
out of here.
staying. You're not
Yeah.
staying.
Yeah, nah, they went
Wow,
through.
right.
I'm telling you now, you go to Bridgeport, They went through in this areas. They built these nice houses. You think you're going down a nice neighborhood until you see people, and you see the shit they doing. Then you're like, oh,
I think I'm in a good neighborhood, guys.
They didn't leave.
You told them to leave, but they
crazy.
Yeah,
they refused. They refused.
Now, there's a part of Oakland, right, where, so back in the 60s, when black people were moving in from Louisiana and Mississippi, like that's where like Bill Russell's from. He was born in Shreveport, but his family moved to Oakland, and he's from Oakland, and Bay Area claims him, rightfully so. All the white people like left. They all left. Let's go. They all like left. But there was a group of them. Oh, what a pass!
You saw that?
Yeah, bro. She's like
off the steal.
I didn't. I saw the pass, but I thought she grabbed it and threw it, but like she like just hit it.
No, it was a tap pass.
Yeah. So yeah, man. Like a group of them just stayed in Oakland and made their own little city in Oakland. It's called Piedmont. If you look at the map,
yep,
it's Oakland, Piedmont. And I'm like, how's that even possible? It's like, because we wanted to stay. We just didn't want to associate with black people. So we gonna make our own city. I was like, all right, bro.
Takeover was real. They was like, this section is us.
That's just ours.
Have the rest.
It's ours. They have their own high school, their own middle school. They're like they got their own school district. I'm like, there's only 2 schools. Why do you need a school district?
Hey man, they was trying, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was like, we need something.
Yeah. we like it here. We just don't. They basically said, we like it here. We just don't like you.
Pretty much.
That's the easy way for them to get funding.
Mm.
Just to respond to what Jeremy said, he said he feels like, Connecticut, as far as education goes, a lot of people feel like, I guess they seem a little uppity. I could tell you now, there's a few people out here like that. There's a lot of people that feel that way until they step in front of the right people. Like, I know sometimes I be wilding, I be bugging, but my lady could tell you, she can attest to it. I'm actually highly educated, right? I'm not one of those people that like I gotta shove it in your face or anything like that.
Dwight Howard's.
Oh, here we go. She always.
I'm about to say reaction, lady.
Perfect time to talk junk
down.
Guys, Dwight Howard is a Hall of Famer, guys.
Really?
Yeah.
As he should be.
Question: did he ever let that guy out of his bedroom?
Did he party, or did they make?
I think he did.
I just want to know if he ever let the guy out of his bedroom. Here,
Reginald.
Here, honey.
There's a secret in my bedroom. Is that Dwight Howard?
Yeah, that Dwight Howard. People were saying that people were talking about how like Carmelo isn't a Hall of Famer. I'm like, excuse me.
I'm about to say, we're going too far now. That's just blatant disrespect.
I'm sorry, but like,
yeah, that's
like no offense, bro. Like, if T-Mac a Hall of Famer and Vince Carter's a Hall of Famer. And Chris Webber are Hall of Famers. If those 3 guys are Hall of Famers, Carmelo Anthony's definitely a Hall of Famer.
Hold on, don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't do what? Don't do what?
Don't do that, Reg. What I want to know is, why were your pants blurred when you stood up?
What?
I wasn't looking at his pants.
First of all, why are you looking at my pants?
I wasn't.
I
noticed there was extra blurge on the screen. I was like, "Oh Lord, oh help me!"
Oh, you walked into the blurred screen. Oh, that's real.
I just looked up and saw a blur where I didn't expect to see it. I was just like, you know what?
Thank the Lord.
Take my dog.
Technically, Carmelo Anthony is going to be a 2-time Hall of Famer. Technically, because the 2008 Redeem team is in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
Hey, listen, but you know what? I'm sorry, but T-Mac to me was a better player than Carmelo Anthony.
Man, he may. Then you know what, Reginald? I'm done talking basketball with you.
Hold on. I'm not saying he had a better career. Hold on, hear me.
I didn't say that either. I said Carmelo is definitely a better player than him.
Oh hell no!
Hell yeah.
T-Mac was way
Nah,
better.
man.
I
Nah,
feel like
it wasn't
I
T-Mac.
know
T-Mac
Carmelo
was
got
way
more
better.
accolades, but as far as like pure, if it wasn't for injuries for Tracy, I don't know.
Or just because he
Tracy
jumped really
doesn't have
high?
her-
Is that what we're doing right now?
This
Because he
man was
jumped
an
really high.
all-around
Spirits, you
scorer.
know, damn
Carmelo
well
was a
Tracy
better
could do
shooter.
it all,
Carmelo was a
bro.
better shooter.
No, he
Okay,
wasn't.
Yes, he was.
Carmelo was not a better shooter, bro.
Yeah, he was, bro. He was a better
No, he
shooter.
was not.
Yes, he was, bro. He was a better shooter, and he was
No,
a
he
better
wasn't.
defender.
First thing I'm gonna point you to: 13 points in 30 seconds. Melo
Oh
would
wow.
never.
Oh, okay, yeah. That one time. Got you. That
You
one
said that one
time.
time.
All right, that one time. Good.
How
Everyone
many
always brings up
times do
that
you
one
need a player
time.
to score 13 points in 30 seconds?
Yeah.
Melo
Reggie
didn't have
Miller,
the heart.
Reggie Miller scored 9 and 8. Is Reggie Miller better than Carmelo Anthony?
9
Can't
and
be
8
considered
seconds
better
is
because
3
his system was
three-pointers.
better.
13 and 30 seconds is crazy.
Yeah, man,
With the
Carmelo's
clock
better.
winding down, and
You know,
you
let me take back that bet.
Yeah, hold
I
on.
don't actually.
Let's
I don't know
point
about
out
if he
that
was a better
those
defender. Let
threes-
me take that back. Let me take that back.
Let's
I don't know
point
that.
out,
I don't know.
too, a lot of those were 3-pointers where he got fouled shooting the 3 and still made it. And you still gonna tell me Carmelo was a better shooter? That's crazy.
Well, Carmelo was a better shooter. That's a fact.
I'm sorry, I can't.
T-Mac was a
Nope.
5-tool player. Like, there was no way
Playing
you could.
baseball?
I mean, how's it not? You can't name one single way that T-Mac wouldn't score.
You can't name a single way that Carmelo can't score.
Carmelo
Carmelo
had
is
the
not
In the
that
background.
good.
post,
He couldn't.
post off the dribble at the
Don't-
3-point line.
Don't pick his last 3 years and be like in the post.
Yeah,
He did it in Denver. What are we talking about?
He ain't do it.
He did do it with the Knicks.
There's a reason why they called Melo didn't even know how to play team ball. There's a reason why
Man,
they called him ISO Melo.
that was
All he
BS,
could do
bro.
was ISO
That was
and back
BS,
people
bro.
down.
That was BS. Of
That's
course, you
it.
don't play team ball when your teammates Jeremy Lin and Landry Fields. Like, you want me to go to the playoffs with them?
Jeremy Lin.
Do me a favor. Go look. I need you to go look at
I'm
the
not gonna lie,
roster
that team
T-Mac
was
had to
fire.
deal with.
Oh,
Please
you
go
mean
look at the
the
roster
Rockets?
Tracy
You mean the
McGrady had to
Rockets
deal
team
with.
that won 27 in a row? That good Rockets team? You mean
The
the
same
good team?
Rockets team where Yao Ming missed half the season?
So did T-Mac.
Exactly. So had
Exactly.
it not been for injuries, T-Mac is the mother man.
Well, T-Mac didn't play in that
promise you.
27-game winning streak. So they didn't really need
Yes, he
T-Mac.
did.
Huh?
Yes,
Huh?
he did.
Played
He
a couple
did play
games.
in that winning streak.
Played a couple games.
He played all of those games. Or
All
at least
22
half of them.
games?
Yao
All 22
Ming
games?
wasn't in them.
All 22 games. He played all 22 games?
I'm not gonna say he played all 22. I can't
Exactly.
guarantee he
That's
played
the-
all 22. But I know Yao
I'll
Ming
give
missed
you.
most
I'll
of
give you
those
the
games.
Orlando years. I'll give you. Well, you know what? I won't give you the Orlando. Well, actually, I'll give you the Orlando years.
You got to give me the Orlando years. He had nobody.
Those teams were. He should have had Grant Hill, but they rushed him. That was their fault.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'll give you the Orlando years. Fine. Then after
I
Houston,
tell
he,
you
was,
what made me
he kind
cry.
of tailed off after Houston.
I'll
After
tell you
Houston, he didn't
what
matter.
made me cry, right? What made me cry is he left when he should have stayed in Orlando and played with Dwight Howard. Because they drafted Dwight.
Did you hear the story about Tim Duncan?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's horrible, dog.
Yeah.
That's horrible. But that story is the reason KG got to Boston.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's
Brandon, you know about that story?
I,
Yeah, man. That
Hold on,
story
I'm
makes me laugh.
looking some
So they
stats
told
up
that
real
story to T-Mac when he was on NBA. You know the jump with Rachel Nichols. So they tell T-Mac. T-Mac didn't know the story. So Doc Rivers tells the story, and they tell T-Mac the story. And you want to see a grown man almost cry on national TV? T-Mac, when he heard that story,
got to be joking. He's like, so basically, y'all took a championship from him.
basically, bro, he literally almost cried on national TV when he said, "So you're telling me we didn't get Tim Duncan because Doc Rivers said you can't have your family on the plane?" It would have been Tim, Grant, and T-Mac in Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
The craziest big three you would have seen.
And then because what also helped then is if they got Tim, Grant, if Grant Hill got injured, like it would have been projected, he could have then sat out a couple more games. Because it would be like, yeah, I got Tim and T-Mac. Fine. I can rest my ankle real quick and come back healthy. But Grant's completely got ruined because Orlando told him, I know you're not 100%. We still need you come for the playoffs. And he was playing on like a 60% ankle. And then that just ruined his career.
All right, so hold on. I got something for you here. All right. I want you to keep in mind Carmelo played 3 more seasons than T-Mac. Okay?
He should have played 6
And-
more, but he was blackballed from the NBA.
So, because of that, he has 3 more All-Star game appearances. It's 10-7. But then you go All NBA first team. T-Mac 2, Carmelo 0.
That's because he was LeBron James was in his position.
All NBA teams total. Tracy 7, Carmelo 6.
Exactly. Thank you.
That means he didn't even make
scoring
second
leader.
team.
Oh, he did. He made second team like I think 5
Not
times.
as many times as Tracy.
Because LeBron James was the small forward in that. What are we talking about here, guys?
Hold on,
It's not like
There's 3 All NBA teams, and you
Nah,
still only
bro.
made it 6 times. How can you be better than the guy who made it
Fact.
7 in the Jordan era?
Scoring leader. T-Mac was scoring leader twice. Carmelo once.
Okay, that's because in Orlando he had to score everything.
But you're going to tell me, and Carmelo had to score everything in Denver, right? So
Yeah,
you're
and he
going
That's
to
what you
tell me
said.
somehow that's because that's
Well,
what
actually,
you
no,
told
not
me.
really, because he had J.R. Smith, he had Nene, he had Kenyon Martin, so he spread the
Now,
wealth. He had
The only thing I
I
don't
was say,
He
agree
what's
spread
the
the
with,
wealth.
champion? What's the
Hey,
champion?
can we check Carmelo's assists?
the
He's
only
better
thing
pass
I don't
Carmelo's
agree with
assists
here
on
is
his
that
spread the
they're
wealth lie.
his assists. Oh, Carmelo 2.7 assists
That's a good point.
compared to T-Mac's 4.4.
He spread the wealth worse than Donald Trump.
That's a good point.
Steals per game, T-Mac had 1.2 to Carmelo's 1.
That's
Blocks per
kinda-
game, T-Mac had 0.9 to Carmelo's 0.5.
That's
So
kind of similar.
yeah.
Can you use new stats?
Okay,
like
so here we
defensive
go.
Efficiency?
Hold on. Here we go right here. Total blocks. Tracy McGrady, 807. Carmelo Anthony, 644.
He was more athletic than him. He could jump higher, of course.
Playing 3 more years.
So I'll
Carmelo
give you
was
this
really-
though. It says Carmelo scored way more points than T-Mac did over a
Exactly.
career. Again, he played 3 more years, but he scored 28,289 points. T-Mac scored 18,381.
That's
But remember-
10,000 more points.
Remember,
What was the average?
T-Mac half his career was hurt. So those injured years are included in these numbers.
Well, you know
Which
what?
makes
How about
this
you be
even
more
more
durable?
embarrassing for
How about
Carmelo.
you be more durable? The
What's
best
the
ability is
per game
availability.
average, Reg?
That's
What's the per
T-Mac's
game
fault.
average? That's what
That's
we want to
T-Mac's
know.
fault. Carmelo played 70 games
The
a
per
year.
game average, again, this includes the injuries. The per game average, Carmelo only averaged 22.5, but they dropped T-Max down to 19.6 because of the games he missed.
The reason
So
he had
they
22.5,
register all those games as
by the
0.
way, the 22.5, it got decreased because of what happened in Oklahoma City in the year he spent out of the game, and then he came back to play with Portland. It should have been higher.
Guess he shouldn't have played those last 3 years, huh?
It shouldn't have. Would have been a better
Durability
average.
did him, didn't it?
It would have been a better
I mean,
average.
think about it. They're counting the last year T-Mac played when all he did was come off the bench for the Spurs during the playoffs. That's
oh my
included
God.
in this.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean?
Reggie, let's agree to disagree. I'm not going to agree with you. Carmelo Anthony's a better player. That's just what it is. I'm not going to agree. I'm not going to agree.
Of course not. You got to hold your stance. I'm just saying.
And I'm right.
Total assists: T-Mac 4,161, Carmelo 3,422.
So it's either
what?
way.
Carmelo didn't pass to bums. That's all I have to say.
Either way,
he played with a lot of bums in New York.
51-49. Either way you see it, whichever guy you going for, you could say it's 51 that guy, but it's still 49 for the other guy. It's really close.
Yeah, it is close.
But we can agree they're both Hall of Famers.
It shouldn't be that close because Carmelo. I'm looking at it now. Carmelo played 1,260 games. T-Mac played 938.
No,
so
it shouldn't be close.
Reason the numbers.
The problem is, let me tell you what the problem was.
If one of them was kicking ass,
the problem was Phil Jackson wasted 4 years of Carmelo's career, and then blamed Carmelo for wasting those 4 years. It's like, oh, it's Carmelo's fault. So motherfucker,
stop him from shooting in the gym.
Like, bro, like I'm not trying to score.
I'll give you this. Right? Carmelo has better shooting percentage, 447 to a 435. Better 3-point percentage, 355 to 338, and better free throw percentage, 81% to 74%.
But in the Jordan argument, 3-pointers didn't matter as much back then.
They played in the 2000s.
Let's do this then. Hold on. So let's do this.
They played in the 90s.
That's what Jordan people say when you say
man,
how bad.
I don't listen to those. You know what I mean? I hate both of those groups as much as I hate the Jordan people. I hate the LeBron people. I hate them both because at the end of the day, they're literally arguing over like not even an inch. They're arguing like millimeters.
Phantasmal
no, you're right.
things.
Like it's preference. Who do you prefer? Just say you prefer Michael Jordan, and just say you prefer LeBron James, and let's not have this conversation. It's also the media's fault too, man. Because like when you allow the man to
I
get
like
rich,
this one right here. We gotta go over this one.
when you
Go ahead.
allow the man to get rich, hating on the star of your league, you knew he was never gonna get the credit he was gonna get ever. You let a man get rich doing that. Imagine someone in the 90s got rich by hating Michael Jordan.
You're right.
Imagine that.
Wouldn't let him write another paper.
Bro, he would have been fired.
You're right.
He would have
You're
been out of the
absolutely
job. I
right.
was like, what are you talking about?
They stopped using refs who were hating on Jordan. Oh, you called that on Jordan?
Bro,
You'll get a job next year.
LeBron misses a game winner in Milwaukee in November. And Skip Bayless would go on there and be like, see, I told you he's not as good as LeBron James. I'm like, bro, it's November 12th in Milwaukee. What are we doing here right now, bro?
You're right.
You don't think Michael Jordan missed the game winner?
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
It's crazy because if you pull up the stats, like I told somebody, it was my manager when I was working at Advance. I said, if you look at the stats per percentage wise, which means not LeBron has more game-winning shots, but if you look at the shots of game-winning shots, LeBron has a higher percentage than Jordan on game-winning shots percentage.
Right.
Oh, well, he had more opportunities, so he also had more opportunities to miss.
Yeah. No, and the problem is too.
No,
right?
that's true.
No, the
It's
problem
the
also too is, bro,
is when you say he's not clutch or he doesn't have the killer
bullshit.
gene. Like if you face LeBron in a closeout game, he has a higher winning percentage in closeout games than Jordan did.
But
There's
bro,
one fight back.
Game 6 in Boston, bro. Game 6 in Boston, where literally the entire world was like, if you don't win this game, you're done. Your career is done. It was the year after the year he didn't play very good against Dallas. Boston is beating him down. If you don't win this game, you're done. And he goes out there and he drops 45 and he takes the Celtics to soul, basically. And that year after that, the Celtics break up because they're like, "Oh, we're done. He's hit a level we can't stop. He's done." And guess what happened with Golden State, bro? After he takes Golden State's soul, what happens? Draymond Green, I had calls Kevin Durant crying. I'm like, I need you, man. I need you. We need you. Kevin Durant goes to any other team, goes to San Antonio, stays in Oklahoma City, any other team. LeBron James rattles off 4 in a row. Titles, 4 in a row. Rattles them off.
I tell you what, just to push back on the the game winning shots. The only argument I have against that is Jordan had his team in less positions where the game was on the line.
They're always up by like 10 or something.
So that's the only pushback against that percentage wise.
You could say it's a pushback,
but that proves that Jordan always had the best team.
That's what I was about to say.
It's based on percentage because you can say, oh, this guy's taking this many shots, that guy's taking this many shots. But people say, oh, because LeBron James does have more game-winning shots. So that's why I said
he has to hit them.
If you say percentage, it means if he has a 54% winning percentage on those game-winning shots and Jordan has a 52, you can't say, like they all say, oh, he's not clutch. But when you bring up the numbers of clutch moments and his are higher, then they say, oh, well, normally he passes it. Okay, well, you remember Steve Kerr? Steve Kerr hit some game-winning shots for Jordan all the time. John Paxton.
He scored 10 minutes
career off of it,
bro.
To the point where now you have Steve Kerr making a career off of it.
Yeah.
So now you have who was Miller? Miller from the Heat. Like you got guys that okay, I'm gonna draw him in. I'm gonna kick the three. Okay, but now when LeBron does it, oh, he made the right basketball move. He should have just been selfish and he should have took the shot anyways. Like.
Yeah, man.
That's because that person makes his money off of LeBron.
Yeah,
that
bro.
person makes his money off of hating LeBron.
Let's not say that person. It was Skip, bro.
And
the thing now is, bro. Why do you think Stephen A's doing it now? Because Skip's gone. Skip's gone.
Yeah.
Skip's gone. No
So
one
now
cares.
he
No
has
one's
to
looking
do
for
it.
Skip. No one's looking for Skip. Guess who needs to start hating on LeBron?
Mm-hmm.
Guess who needs to start
You're
hating on LeBron? When you allowed,
Hey.
when you don't, when literally, bro, like people forget, bro. He was literally basically said this guy's he's basically the second coming of Jesus when he was coming out of high school. I hate how people just forget that. Like literally everyone agreed this guy's like the only bona fide like number one, this guy isn't gonna fail prospect. The past 25 years was LeBron James. You know, when the word generational, a generation is 10 to 20 years. He was the last generational prospect. It was him. He was that guy. Not every 5 years there's a generational prospect. That's bullshit. You know what I mean? Karl Anthony Towns wasn't generational. Anthony Edwards wasn't generational. Zion Williamson's not generational. They're not generational. KG
Paul
wasn't.
Pierce.
They weren't generational. 2003. The NBA said,
Fixing
hey,
to bring the
Carmelo, we saw what you did at Syracuse, and what you did at Syracuse was awesome. But there's this high schooler who's better than you.
Well, hold on. You did have Ray Allen as Jesus Shuttlesworth.
Yeah, he wasn't generational. All right, let's stop lying.
As Jesus Shuttlesworth, he
as
was
Jesus Shuttlesworth, absolutely. You know.
that don't count. I can't give him that.
As Jesus Shuttlesworth, absolutely. He was the greatest basketball player of all time. But they told Carmelo, we love you, and you're awesome. And what you did at Syracuse was great.
You got to prove some things.
Yeah, it proved some things to us. But no offense, the 17-year-old you faced in high school, his junior year, that kid you faced, he's better than you, and he's going number one, and you're gonna go two, even though he didn't go two. He should have went two, but Joe Dumars was like, I'm gonna draft this random Serbian kid. Shout out to you, Joe Dumars.
Poor Darko Milicic.
Yeah, poor Darko Milicic. He was actually a New York
It
Knick.
wasn't his fault, bro.
Darko, man.
It wasn't his fault, but now imagine that team with Carmelo Anthony. That would have been crazy. The 2004 Pistons with Carmelo Anthony.
You already know
Oh,
that
dear
answer's no.
God.
No, he's not. He's not. He's not because before this year, him, Ace Bailey, and Dylan Harper were literally like this. And you know, I'm not big fans of the two Rutgers kids because I'm sorry, y'all couldn't even make the tournament.
Yeah,
Y'all couldn't even make
Yeah.
that. You had two of the top 5 picks, two of the top 5 prospects in the nation, and you couldn't even get a bubble. Like you couldn't even make the tournament. That says something about you.
Hell, even North Carolina made it. So
yeah, like I'm sorry, bro. This is because this is the same head coach that took them to the tournament 2 years ago. It's not like the coach is bad all of a sudden.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's the same guy that took them to the tournament. Something about you two didn't work.
I just want to take the time to point out real quick: UConn 42, UCLA 22.
I'm watching the Bird Tarasi feed. They're talking to Allison Feaster, Sarah Strong's mom, on this feed, and
hey, who's it? Oh yeah, never mind. Rebecca Lobo. Yeah, tear down.
Yeah.
Oh, real quick, right? I found stats in each category that came from each player's best season.
Oh, hold on. Before you get to that, I did want to ask a question.
Go ahead.
How do they hold LeBron? How do they hold against LeBron James? How far he took that Cleveland team for like the first 7 years that he was there? Like I've never seen something like that held against somebody. Oh, he got to the finals and he got to the conference championship. Like I've never seen that held against somebody.
It's just called being a hater.
Nah, they're haters, bro.
A hater. Because I always praise LeBron for what he did with that Cleveland team.
They talk about
anywhere is almost paramount to Allen Iverson.
Every year, bro, the second best player on those teams was Zydrunas Ilgauskas. That was the best player. Big Z.
That's crazy.
Most of those people are out the league. I think somebody put up a stat that most of those people who are on those teams, I think Anderson Varejao made it the longest.
Yeah.
On a non-LeBron team after playing with LeBron.
Yeah.
He had some very good years with the Bulls.
They had Candace Parker's little brother, Anthony, on there. Or was it her older brother? One, I didn't even know she had
probably
a brother.
older.
That's how bad he sucked. That's how bad he sucked. He didn't matter.
It's just it always puzzles me. It's like he almost made it to the championship 7 times, but he had to go to the Heat to find out. Yeah, because
they hold it against
giving
him how many
anybody.
times he's lost in the finals too. But it's like he was there.
But
If you put
apparently Michael
on the
Jordan
Wizards-
only played 6 years in the NBA. Apparently, he only played 6 years.
Right? I hate that
Apparently he only
argument
played
of
six-
you know
they
6
completely forget the
championships,
first
undefeated.
7.
Right. The 6 times he
Bro.
made it, he won. Okay, but he only made it 6 times.
Exactly.
You hold it against it.
Yeah.
You expect if LeBron made it 10 times, you expect him to win it 10 times? No.
And I mean, dude, if he did, that's better than Bill Russell, because with Bill Russell, there's only 8 teams. With LeBron, it would have been 30, and he would have been the debate of the greatest would be over. Oh, what a pass! What a pass! You're about to see it, Reg. You're about to see it, Reg.
Craziest thing I heard somebody say was that Scottie Pippen wasn't good enough because he didn't make it to the championship.
Goodness.
He didn't make it to the championship
see,
that
ball
year
was
Jordan
crazy.
left, and I'm
Let me
like,
tell you what happened.
they only
Let me
lost
tell you what
like
happened.
6 games less, 6 more games.
They were
And-
basically the same team. They won the
Right.
same amount of record. But let me tell you, you know why they didn't make it to the conference championship, the NBA Finals, is that the Knicks got a phantom 3-point call. Hubert Davis shoots a 3, and Tony Kukoc literally flies and doesn't touch him because Tony doesn't even touch him. But they called a foul on Tony Kukoc, and the Knicks got 3 free throws, and they took the lead using those 3 free throws, and they made it to the NBA Finals that game. That was like the closing out game. They screwed the Bulls over the following year. To the Knicks are against, like, but imagine if the Bulls didn't get screwed and it was Bulls Houston. And if Scottie wins the title without Jordan, bro, it's over, man. Jordan, it's over, because it's like we just showed you I don't need you.
Yeah, but somebody tried to say that Pippen needed him because he didn't get to
bro.
the championship that year. I'm like, bruh, Jordan didn't get anywhere without Pippen. So if Pippen can basically almost get to the
Dennis
same place
Rodman.
without Jordan, that's crazy.
And the only reason Pippen didn't get to the finals is that the Bulls got shafted. They got screwed over. Like as a Knicks fan, you know, cool. But I know they got screwed over. Like Hubert Davis wasn't fouled. He wasn't fouled. But they called the foul, and he got 3 free throws. And he hit all 3 of them, and we made it to the finals. But yeah, like the Bulls got screwed. The Bulls got screwed, bro. As a Scottie Pippen bro, I think they were 55 and 27, but with Jordan they were 57 and 25. So it's like,
yeah, it was something minute, but they were like, "Oh yeah,
Nice
Jordan
bucket,
Pippen
my
could lead a team on his own." I'm like, "Bruh, if Jordan had just Ron Harper, he's not winning those championships. He's still going to win maybe 2 or 3.
Shout out to Ron Harper.
Right, he's still going to win 2 or 3, but at the same time,
he's Dylan Harper's dad, by the way. Ron
But
is.
we do got to give credit where credit's due with Jordan, because defense was different back then too. You were pretty much allowed to beat on the players as they went to the lane.
You know what? You know what's funny? Funny enough,
I gotta at least admit that.
Funny enough,
was nothing back then. Either.
Edge. Funny enough, you know
couldn't
why?
help.
You know what? You know the people, they talk about how like the defense is like softer now. It's because of Michael Jordan. He complained about hand checking. He complained about hand checking. He complained about the Pistons assaulting him every game. He complained about it, and Davidson was like, "We'll fix it for you, Michael." So
I mean,
the same
They was holding his jersey, you know, all of that.
they were doing that to everybody. They were doing that to everybody.
I know. That's what I'm saying. That the league back then, defense was different.
Yeah, Jordan complained.
But you had one-on-ones back then. If you even brought that man down to help on Jordan, it was illegal defense. They got a technical free throw.
Zones were banned. Zones were banned.
You couldn't run a 1-4 zone at all back then. You can run a 1-4 zone now, and as soon as you pass that joint, you got 2 people on KD in about 2 seconds, and as soon as he passes it, there's somebody on the zone over there. Like imagine KD playing right now, playing back then, and you got to guard him with one man.
Oh, it's over, bro.
No help.
Barbecue chicken, bro. Because here's the thing, dude. Like, he basically back in the day, like, bro, the small forward had to be at least 6'8", 6'9", and your power forward and your center had to at least be 7 foot or 6'11". But imagine having 3 6'10" guys on your team. 4. Like imagine if the Celtics got Kevin Durant back in the 80s.
Good
Right?
Lord.
Their
Those
whole starting
Parrish-
lineup would be 6'7" or above.
Robert Parrish is 7 foot. Kevin McHale is 6'11. Larry Bird is 6'10. Kevin Durant is 6'10. And their point guard, Dennis Johnson, 6'4".
Durant's confirmed to be 7
It sounds like
foot.
the
He
Magic.
just
yeah,
claimed
It
that
sounds
he
like
was
the
6
the
foot.
Magic
He
today.
claimed he was 6'10" so people wouldn't ask him to play power.
Yeah. Well, it's because of Gary Williams' fault. Gary Williams wanted to play center at Maryland. And he was like, I don't play center. The hell? That's why Maryland lost Kevin Durant.
Imagine that.
Imagine
Imagine
the
So
Kevin Durant at
no,
Maryland playing center.
Kevin Durant spoke on that, and he said the reason that he was not interested in playing in Maryland to begin with, they didn't start recruiting him until like his senior year. When he was in, I forgot what was that Rockville. Every Maryland basketball team, football team, Maryland Terps, basketball and football do not recruit local talent until they at least at their junior year or above. So
Well,
by
they
the
have a
time
lot
he
of
was
talent.
by the time he was in 10th grade, Texas had already hit him like, hey, we think you'd be great to come here, XYZ. He said Maryland hit him like the end of his junior going into senior year. So he was a little weary on them because they show up all when he's already getting
they didn't show enough love. And you know,
And then,
he was right because he was the best sophomore in the nation and the best. So like it's like what happened with Michael Beasley. Like Michael Beasley was the number 1 player in the nation for like 2 straight years, and Maryland didn't even sniff him. You know what I mean? I think also too is his affiliation with DC Assault kind of threw them off because you end up finding out the founder of DC Assault is my bad. Did I freeze?
No, you didn't.
No, you good. You good.
Yeah, like with DC Assault, they ended up finding out the guy who created it was a drug dealer. So they were kind of weary of Beasley's association with DC Assault. No, that's not what they were worried about. They were worried about that he couldn't bench press. He couldn't bench press like 200 pounds.
He said he was too weak.
Yo, he was like 150, bro. He was a
Yeah.
twig. He was a twig.
But admit absolutely nothing.
But look at the Diggs brothers. They didn't. They did. I mean, it's so many.
Well, one of them went to Maryland though.
Which one?
Stephon went to Maryland. Trayvon went to Alabama.
But it's like it's so much talent that comes out of Maryland that, especially
No, exactly. Like
the
who's
Terps
that
don't
kid
even
from? Who's
look
that
at.
kid from DeMatha? The football kid from DeMatha. And he went to Ohio State. Like there's a defensive lineman from DeMatha. He went to Ohio State.
Young.
Dwayne Haskins was from
Dwayne Haskins. Young is also from PG County.
right there. Chase Young. It was Chase Young. He was from DeMatha.
When Redskins drafted him, I was like, he basically just is going to walk out his backyard and be at the stadium. Like,
Yeah. So Chase was at DeMatha.
Yeah.
Dwayne Haskins. Caleb Williams was from Gonzaga.
Yeah. He's from his area too.
Yeah. So Caleb Williams, there's a lot of the kids got snatched up by Ohio State and Penn State because they didn't want to go far, but they weren't going to go to Maryland because Maryland was whack. But the best player in Maryland is actually going to Maryland this year. Zion Ely, the defensive end. Mike Loxley made sure of it. Bro, Maryland, Georgetown should not be bad basketball programs.
Not even close. If they got 1/3 of the talent that is in Maryland alone,
They shouldn't be. They should never be bad basketball programs ever. Honestly, bro, Georgetown messed up by firing John Thompson III.
honestly, I think there was a guy who actually went to Salisbury State, which is still in Maryland, who ended up in the NBA. And I'm like, there's no way Salisbury State outbid y'all.
Yeah,
Like
no,
Salisbury
but like
State is near Ocean City, but it's not. It's like 25, 30 miles from Ocean City. But there's no way that little college is going to outbid. Like, I didn't know. I heard of Salisbury State, and I didn't know where the hell they were because I never heard of Salisbury in my life. And I was driving to Ocean City when I was like, I think I was like 22 or something like that.
Isn't Salisbury like a snake?
Right. And I'm like, and it's like, we're in Salisbury, Maryland. Like, what is this? And they're like, that's where Salisbury State University
crazy,
State
bro.
College is. I'm like,
Salisbury State.
wow. I thought Salisbury State was just somewhere. I didn't even know it was in Maryland.
Bro, that does not sound like a real college, bro. Oh, I went to Salisbury State. Yeah, right.
Salisbury State is Salisbury University. It's like it's near Ocean City. It's kind of one of them places where you didn't make it to University of Maryland, you can go to Salisbury.
Well, now you can go to UMBC.
That was a charge. That wasn't no block.
Well, UMBC's north.
Oh,
Salisbury is more is east. It's like it's right before you get to Ocean City.
Bro, I found out that UMBC
right on the coast.
Bro, I found out UMBC's all-time leading female rebounder in their women's basketball program, Angel Reese. Angel Reese's mama. That threw me off.
UMBC is, I would say, 5 to 7 miles from Raven Stadium, I think.
The head coach that beat Virginia is now the Virginia head coach. So he beats Virginia, stays one more year, gets hired by VCU because VCU's guy left, and then Virginia's head coach retired, and then they got him from VCU. And
it makes sense.
Yeah. Now my favorite thing is the Virginia head coach had a statement saying, "I think you're a wonderful coach. I'm a big fan of you. You're amazing. I did hate you for 2 hours on March, blah blah blah." It was like UMBC beating Virginia. Oh my god, that was the greatest game I ever watched in my entire life. I hate Virginia basketball. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Sarah Strong's a problem. She's a problem.
She is a problem, bro.
She's about to abuse Joyce Edwards next game.
Oh, I'm gonna love every second of it.
Oh, nice KK. Don is still confused on how she didn't get Sarah Strong. Because she's best friends with Sarah's mom, Allison. And one.
It's UConn, baby.
I know it is, dog. I know it is.
You know what I'm saying?
And I think Sarah also knew, bro. Sarah knew she was gonna start right away. Like Sarah knew she was starting right away. Like, that's a foul. That's a foul. Yeah, look at that. Continuation. She got continuation. Yep, continuation. People think we're gonna get one of the USC freshmen.
If we do, that's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
If we do, that's gonna be a problem.
Did Ovechkin just break Gretzky's record?
Tied it.
Oh, he tied it?
Yeah, they're both at 894 right now.
Okay, my homeboy just texted me. He's like, "Ovi, what a great night." I'm like, did he beat the score? I mean, come on now.
He has one more goal to go. He's good. You know what's crazy about that, dog?
He got 2 tonight. He tied it with 1 less game.
Yeah.
He is
so great.
Stretch it to next year.
Dude, Wayne Gretzky is so great. It's insane, bro. It's insane how great he is. So do you know the guy who's second all time in assists? So he has 1,200 assists in his career. The second place guy, I think. Wayne Gretzky doubles him. Wayne has 24,000.
That's crazy.
Well, 124,000.
No, 20. So the second place guy has 1,200. It's 1,232 or some bullshit like that. He's actually my GM, Ron Francis in Seattle, and he's a great player. He was a great guy who gives assists. But Wayne Gretzky doubled his ass. 20, bro. It's insane. It's like so John Stockton has 18,000 assists. It's like if someone had 36,000 assists.
Yeah, that's. Anytime you double any top stat like that is outrageous.
Yeah.
That's why Lamar's looked at the way he is. Because he's putting all of Michael Vick's numbers to shame.
Oh yeah, dude, Michael Vick's numbers, man, they're dead. Oh, he hired his brother at Norfolk State.
Marcus?
Yeah, Marcus is now a part of the team.
Sarah Strong. Oh my god.
Yo, they shared a photo of them two at practice. Dude, for a quick sec, bro, I was like, which one's Michael? I didn't know which one's which. And then I realized the guy with the gray in his beard. I was like, oh, that's Michael, my bad. It threw me off, bro. They look dead on ringers, bro.
Vick was another dude that ruined his career, his chance to have a career in the NFL.
Yeah, man, drinking and partying at Virginia Tech.
Coming out of it wasn't even that did it. And remember, I think he got drafted,
What the hell was Sarah doing? She just let her shoot
and
that
then he
three.
got in like a car chase.
Oh yeah, they
And,
caught him on the street crying. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
And he had the police vest on, and they were tasering him.
yeah,
He had
yeah,
like a
yeah.
bulletproof vest on, and they're tasering him, and he's not stopping. They had to jump on him to try and arrest him. It was crazy.
That crackhead strength is something different, man.
See, right there. Like Virginia and Virginia Tech, football wise, also should never be bad football programs.
Yeah,
Because
you're
like
right.
Virginia, bro, Virginia produces football players like it ain't nothing. Like it ain't nothing.
Look, I
Also,
still remember
too-
when like Jelani Woods were coming out there. I'm like, holy crap, a 6'7" tight end that can actually move and it gets to the NFL and does nothing.
The problem is they produce great athletes. The problem is they don't got great coaches to develop them. Because Virginia and Virginia Tech are shitty football programs. They're untapped potential. Them two. It's like Mississippi and Mississippi State. Coach can correct me because I'm not from Mississippi, but I found out that Mississippi produces the most football players in America per capita. Yes. Like
Damn.
that's like literally like you could go to a high school and you have like 15 NFL players there. And you're like,
I think they're over 12% or something like that.
yeah, man. It's like it's insane, bro. And Mississippi and Ole Miss should not be bad football programs. They should never be bad football programs. If you actually shut down your state,
But they're not, though.
All the kids go elsewhere.
Wait, Ole Miss is not.
You got to keep them, man. You got to convince them to stay. You know, it's because they got bad coaches.
The problem with Mississippi and Mississippi State is Mississippi is such like Mississippi and Alabama are such poor states that like those kids are like I got to get out to somewhere else.
Yeah,
so it's not even if they were good programs. I got to get out.
Leave. They'll still. That's what happened.
Out of here to see what something else looks like. So it's like, I mean, if you were to like even say Louisville, Kentucky is not that great. Like there's certain parts of Kentucky that I've been to. I was like, okay, this is nice, and you know, it's cool. Like I'm not even saying like super built up, but it's so much rural or hood. Like if you had a good infrastructure for say 10 miles around the school, a 10-mile radius around the school,
23-point lead after the third,
you would get more kids willing to say, okay, this is still Mississippi, but this is a Mississippi I'm not used to. Like I could still feel like, you know, it's just like I don't understand how Maryland doesn't keep their talent because it's so much different stuff. Like Baltimore's maybe 35 minutes away from you. Realistically, it's 25 miles by street. But with traffic, 35, maybe 40 minutes at the most to get to Baltimore.
That's not bad. It's not bad.
Baltimore and Montgomery County are crazy different. If you go another 20 minutes to 25 minutes.
Where is the University of Maryland? Is it in Landover? Like where is it? Like,
the University of Maryland's in College Park, Maryland.
College Park. I'm an idiot. I should have known that.
I live 7 minutes from University of Maryland. I can get to Baltimore in 30 minutes. I can get to the Pentagon in about 35 minutes. I can get to DC in 12 minutes. There's so much around here that there's no reason a kid can't find stuff to do around here. If you say, hey, if you stay here in the state of Maryland, we can X, Y, Z. If you go an hour away to another part of Maryland, it's completely different from than it is here. Like a lot of Rockville area of Maryland, which is considered 355 Rockville Pike is the only place that makes more money than Rockville Pike, although I think it's longer, is Rodeo Drive. That's the only place in America, the only street that is continuous that makes more money than Rockville Pike in America is Rodeo Drive. So you could get into all types of stuff. You could travel 45 minutes and Maryland looks like 18 different states.
Yeah, Connecticut's not that attractive, bro.
Yeah, no, that's what happened with the Central Valley. All the talent in the Central Valley. It's a very untapped football market in California. You know, because California is always Northern California or Southern California. Those were the footballers. But Central California, there's a lot of great players. Some of them are in the NFL right now, but a lot of them leave. They don't stay at Fresno State. They don't want to stay. I was like, I don't want to be in Fresno. Xavier Worthy. Fun fact. went to school with my little brother. They had geometry together. It's insane. Like it's
that's
crazy.
crazy.
My brother was a part of the you know, like how in high school you have the medical staff of the football team, like the training staff. My brother was a part of the training staff, so he was with them every day. He was with Worthy every day, you know, and another kid, I think Jalen McMillan. Yeah, Dak. They kept Dak, so Dak's from Starkville, you know, and you know the Starkville Oxford rivalry. So keeping a kid from Starkville actually like is a great thing. That's what makes the AJ Brown thing so crazy to me. He's from Starkville, from Mississippi State's territory. Starkville goes to Ole Miss.
Coach said he played. He coached against AJ Brown. He said he toasted him.
Yeah,
He
man.
said,
Like
he said,
but
imagine,
bro. Imagine the coup. Imagine the coup you had to do to steal AJ Brown from Starkville as Ole Miss, bro. Because that they hate each other. They hate each other, bro. Like you from Oxford? Fuck you. You know what I mean? Like that type of thing, bro. That's what I
By monetization.
That's like the bank robbers and the cops getting along.
Yeah, pretty
I
much.
just had to make that joke.
Yeah.
Full circle. You got to come full circle. I had to come full circle with it.
Well, you know, Coach can correct me if I'm wrong, but I hear like they do not like each other. Like they don't like each other because I know Coach is from Mississippi. You know, and I like to learn. So if Coach can correct me,
you got to get it right from the sip.
Yeah. The sip to tally.
What do you say going into a fourth quarter? You were expected. A lot of people picked you to win this game. You're down 60 to 37. What do you say to your team as a head coach?
I tell them, y'all out there getting hold. Do what you got to do.
See right there, bro. Look at Brianna Stewart's like 4-time champion, 3-time Naismith Player of the Year, 3-time WNBA champion, 2-time WNBA Most Valuable Player. The only reason she didn't take 4 Naismith Player of the Year, they hating on that freshman. For her freshman year, they were hating on her. They were hating on her, man.
Oh, did you know Paige scored over? She's the only player in UConn history to score over 100 points in three straight in a 3-game period.
Games? Yeah. She actually owns the
scored
most
over
points
30,
ever.
3 straight games.
She also owns the most points ever scored by a UConn Husky in the NCAA tournament with 40 and 1. You're about to see Reg.
She's a monster.
Like I love Maya Moore. Maya Moore is my everything, right?
She is dominant.
But Brianna Stewart, she's my heart, man. She is. That was when Maya got me into UConn women's Huskies, but my first year, like following them, like vividly, was her freshman year. Like Stewie's freshman year, and that team, those teams, they mean everything to me. You know, her, Mariah Jefferson, you know, Kalina Mosqueda Lewis, Stephanie Dolson, like they're my everything, man. I love them. I love them to death.
To see the standard UConn has held for so long is absolutely amazing. I mean, to have one coach for this long.
He basically created a dynasty. He didn't join a dynasty. He made one.
Yeah.
Like they hired him in 86 and they were literally practicing out of a barn.
That's what they did right. You see that year 86 is magical. So basically they took my year and got a new coach and it was like, look, bro, here's what we need you to do. And for
the first like 10 years, bro, they weren't winners. They could have fired him. They could have been like, nah, we don't want you for the first 10 years. And then 95, it all clicked. It clicked. And then it happened again, I think in 99, I think in 99. I think that happened in 99 and then 2000, 2001, no, 2002, because 2001 Notre Dame won their first title.
Layup?
We're looking at, what was this, 25 years straight making the Elite Eight and possibly the Final Four as well, actually.
No, we didn't make it
25 straight years.
Yeah, 25 straight years for the Elite Eight. Final Four, we made 18 of 19 because the year Paige tore ACL, we didn't make it to the Final Four. It was like 17 in a row. was 17 in a row until she tore her ACL.
I feel
I'm-
like
Bro,
the
I'm
most
so mad, bro.
speaking person on this broadcast is Ferris because all I hear is we.
It is we, bro. It's a we forever. This is the only team that like. There's two teams that I've poured my soul into. It's them and the Giants and the Knicks. Like they affect my emotional state.
But it sounds like 2 out of 3 you messed up.
I know. Like literally, man. Like if the Yankees, whatever the Yankees do, like they don't affect my emotional state because because like they're the Yankees. It's whatever. You know, hockey. I like hockey, but like the Kraken really don't mess with my emotional state. College football. Yeah, no, the Seattle Kraken, the hockey team that I follow.
I was messing with you.
Yeah, like the college football teams that I follow. Like I've like college football.
Don't get emotional. Don't get emotional now.
Nah, because after the Pac-12 died, I kind of disassociated. I'm like, I don't like this. Like because the Pac-12 was everything to me. Because they be hating on the West Coast in college football. Like they hate on us. So it was always like a us versus them. Look, man, shut up. All right. Nobody played defense.
Hendo said.
Man, I remember Florida State never playing defense. I remember when Clemson used to drop 40
Florida
on them.
State actually plays?
That's what I'm saying, right?
I mean, they show up to the game, but I thought they watched.
Yeah. They put on the jerseys and they walk around. They do what Jameis did when he was suspended. They suit up and then they told to get out.
You know what?
Sarah's a problem, bro.
Lead, Jay been a little bit quiet, like he's scared to play all next week or something.
Where is Jay?
I'm still
Jay
on the road.
Scared. He's still driving.
Real quiet and afraid.
South Carolina was gonna beat Texas, bro. Like Texas can't score. They can't score.
They smoke Texas. They smoke Texas, bro.
Texas whack, bro.
I'm supposed to go fishing at 5 a.m. tomorrow. They're gonna cancel on me.
Oh, you should have heard him. Sorry about that, B. You should have heard him on Jared's show last Sunday. Oh man, I was like UConn. I was like, y'all, what's this UConn disrespect? Because Jared in the Southern Florida show. Yeah.
All right, Jared. All right, Jared. They're probably a little salty, Reg, because of what we did to them at CPA Stadium. You know what I mean? They're probably a little mad. You know what I mean? When they thought they were going to beat us, and then they walked in, they were watching the game, and they saw UConn up by 30. They're probably a little angry. Yeah. It's fine.
Is that UCLA making a run?
Sure, yeah, making a run, yeah. We're up 27, bro. But this reminds me of Brianna's first title when we beat Notre Dame by like 30. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm telling you. That's what's about to happen. We're gonna go in there, and especially if we keep playing like this, we're gonna go in there and they're gonna say, "We really put this on air."
It's gonna be a parental. Reg, it's gonna be a parental advisory. Like this is not suitable for children. You know what? Let's not get a little too big for our britches.
You're right. No, you're right. But it's literally we haven't won a game this tournament by single digits.
No,
every game's been double-digit wins.
Yeah,
and
when we're down by 1, we blink. We up by 15.
Yeah, exactly. But people are still looking at them like they can't do it. It blows my mind. Like I don't know the thought process there.
This title will mean everything to me because Paige get one, bro. This title will mean everything.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm so mad about what happened her freshman year, bro. When we lost to Arizona, that shit disgusted me, bro. I was so fucking disgusted, man. I was like, we lost to Arizona? I was so happy. I was livid, bro. I'm like, bro. And to see what Arizona's done now, how horrible they are, how bad of a program they are, bro. And I'm like, we lost to them,
bro.
I was so heated,
I was
bro.
yelling at my sisters one day because my sisters graduated from UConn. Like, how dare y'all not give me free tickets to games?
That's messed up. I would have like, what's up with that?
How dare y'all not give me free tickets to games? Like, what are we doing here? That stores is what? Probably 45 minutes from my house. Man, someone said a tweet talking about how, like, man, why doesn't
why doesn't UConn have like a portal problem? Like people don't be leaving. And someone tweeted like, y'all don't understand how much these girls love UConn. You think people are gonna go to Stores, Connecticut to have fun? No one does that. You know how bad they love this program? You think what I mean? I'm like,
It's the pizza, not the program. They love the pizza.
Yeah.
Nah, Stores, Connecticut is whack. It's
farmland, bro.
Nothing.
It's farmland, bro. It's like
nothing
goats
out there.
It's like goats and cows and stuff, bro. Because Sue Bird did her college basketball thing where she went around college basketball. She went back to UConn, bro, and UConn was created. The college was for the farmers. Mm-hmm. It was a farming college where they learned how to milk goats and cows and agriculture and shit. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing there, dog. Like, so these girls love the program. That's why they're not leaving. We have a girl leave. We have a girl leave after 3 or 4 years. Like, yeah, we get that. But these girls don't leave after freshman year. They stay.
Oh, no. They love it.
Or, because I remember we lost Amari DeBerry. She was like a backup forward. She transferred to Maryland. And we were like, okay, it's fine. Like, you spent 3 years here. We don't like either. Like, Aubrey Griffin, 6 years.
Yeah,
6 years. She could have left. She was like, "Nah, I ain't gonna leave, dog. I'm staying."
Listen. I'll say this. There's a couple things they do right out here. Okay, party is one of them.
Yeah.
All right. Stores is whack, but they find a way to have fun out there. I could.
Well, also too, like unlike other programs, they know their basketball program is number one, and they know specifically their women's program is number one because it's the basketball capital of the world because they have 11 and their men have 5.
Yep.
The only program that rivals them is UCLA with 11, but that's only on the men's side. You know what I mean? Every other, like South Carolina, their men's team sucks. You know what I mean? Like, y'all whack. like who cares?
Duke sitting over there like, I ain't gonna take this disrespect.
Yeah, Duke's women's team is pretty good. They make the Elite Eight frequently, but they don't have any titles compared to the men. The men have 5. The men have 5. UNC, their women have 1. Their men have 6, I think 6, 7.
Yeah,
I think they have 6 or 7, but their women's team has 1, so they have like 7 or 8 overall. Tennessee, their women's team has 8. Their men's team's ass. They suck.
Yes, it is.
Like they've never ever threatened for a national, like a Final Four. Like they've never threatened ever. Like someone said. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Like Dalton Connect was the reason why I was watching Tennessee last year.
Everyone was, bro. I remember watching it when I know Grant Williams is like a cornball. He is. I remember when him and Admiral Schofield were playing together. I was also like the dude's name is Admiral Schofield. Like that's a dope ass name.
I need for him to be in the Navy alone.
Yeah, like your name is Admiral Schofield. Like, did your mom make an action movie? Like,
ranked.
Yeah, like what? I would watch them, but like
an officer. I don't care.
Nah, bro. The funniest thing about Tennessee, bro, Jay, is someone said Tennessee is now in their is in a 40-year Final Four drought, and someone said like drought. That's not a drought. That's their climate. They never make it.
After 40 years, I mean that's
like
just life.
That's not like that's like if Duke didn't make the Final Four for 10 years, that's a drought. Because
to the line.
Yeah, it's like that's a drought. But like saying like, oh yeah, Tennessee has a Final Four drought. But ain't no drought, bro. That's the climate, bro. They're the desert. Ain't nobody going to Final Four. They had Bernard King and they couldn't go to the Final Four. You know what I mean? So like, get out of here, man.
For those wondering the score, it is currently 68-41. UConn. Yeah.
Why are you still watching, Reg?
How much
Because-
time left?
You know
What
what,
you
man?
mean?
You know what?
Why I'm
I'm not gonna
still
lie to you, man.
watching?
I usually hate watching blowouts, but something about a UConn blowout that I have to watch.
It's
I
just
have to.
different, right?
I
It
mean, it's
sounds
still
like
different.
Y'all hardly did any play-by-play on this game.
No, why? we were up. We
What
got
was
up by
the point?
20 in the first quarter, and then we just.
Like,
There was
it
no
sounds
need
like
for
the Rock.
play-by-play.
It sounds like the Rock beating Cody Rhodes' ass with a belt. Like that's what
Literally.
it sounds like.
Yeah. Oh, so yeah. Speaking of we're talking about the Rock. Yeah, like the Rock is not like related to them at all. Like
Yeah,
he
no.
isn't. Like his
Hey.
grandpa is friends with the Wild Samoans' dad. You know, like the Wild Samoans. Like
Mhm.
people think like, oh, that's where that's where it starts, right? But their
They
father
had a
is
blood pact.
yeah, like they're just friends.
Oh.
Like there's like no relation whatsoever. Like the Rock is not related to them at all. Like the Rock's cousin is Nia Jax, but that's it. Like they're not related. What like
Look, that big girl there, that's just unfair. Like how the like you can't tell me fake or not. Like even in fake wrestling, like Trish Stratus is picking up this girl doing like whatever. Like I'm like okay,
yeah, she's actually accidentally
Well-
hurt people in the ring.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking like
And
there's
she's
no
not
way.
the only
Like
one either. I remember her and Charlotte had a shoot fight in the ring too, where they ended up slapping each other.
Yeah.
Like really trying to hurt each other. It was hilarious. But
She-
if you go to
she-
AEW,
She broke.
You ever seen
She
that-
broke Becky Lynch's nose.
yeah,
Yeah.
Charlotte. A lot of people don't like Charlotte because Charlotte was hurting people too, but nobody ever talks about it because she's a Flair.
Man, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I've never
She
been a
almost
fan of her, bro.
broke,
I've
me
never
neither.
been a fan of her.
She almost broke Kairi
I
Sane's
feel
neck.
I feel like people would get mad at me when I said like, I was like, bro, she's like, because like you know the 4 horsemen women, right?
Mhm.
She was the weakest out of 4 of them. She was 4.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Which one? If you watch AEW, they have a wrestler.
Willow Nightingale.
No, not her.
That's a whole lot of
I
women
can't believe it is. It is.
in a good way.
Agreed.
She ain't no Jada Parker.
Nyla Rose.
Yeah,
Have you ever
Nyla
heard
Rose.
of-
Yeah. Yeah.
She's a transgender.
Yeah.
Like you can't tell me in these wrestling to preach on what Jay was saying that she's not just stronger than every other female on the roster. You know what I'm saying? They book her as a powerhouse though, so it kind of works.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's almost unfair in a sense. You have to really book these matches well to not make it look like it's one-sided. You know what I mean? And they do a pretty good job of booking her, so I can't complain. But it was
Yeah.
one of those things that when I first found out, I was kind of like, "Wait, that's not fair."
right,
But,
it's like
you know.
how Beth Phoenix was whooping everybody's ass back in the day.
Or China.
Right.
Don't forget China.
May
You know?
she rest in peace. But
Nah, bro. That's why,
Yeah.
bro. That's why Rhea Ripley is the way it is. Triple H is still like he still has a hard on for China.
I mean, of course. I mean, they did date, so
shout
Yeah.
out to the OG She-Hulk.
you know what I'm saying.
Yo, someone said, yo, when you watching the Texas game, yo, Texas quit, right, Reg? Or was that just me? They quit.
No, they definitely gave up at
they definitely
at some
quit?
point.
All right,
Like,
cool.
I
I thought
want to
it
say
was-
definitely.
They definitely
No,
did,
definitely in like the fourth quarter, about 5 minutes left, you could see they didn't care anymore. So I want to say even before then, they just kind of tapped out.
bro. Yeah, they gave up, bro.
I feel like they were kind of like demoralized. They didn't
Mhm.
expect, you know what I mean? They knew their offense wasn't the greatest, but they didn't expect to get outscored like that. They thought their defense was going to be good enough, and it just wasn't. Oh, and to be fair, we were doing commentary on this game early. We were talking about the defense. We were talking about, plays they were making, keeping up with the score. And then, again, we got off on to another conversation.
to
And 5 minutes
ass.
later, we were up 20. So
What Reg is trying to say is belt to ass.
exactly. Exactly, Jay. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Nah, bro. Like it just goes. It
I
just
don't
it
even know
just
how many
goes
points
to
Paige got tonight.
Nah, bro. I think Paige had. I think she had last time I checked. She was 17. Wasn't an efficient 17, but she had 17. She had 17 on 17 shots. It was pretty bad. Now my favorite thing
And
is
she, I don't think she's leading scorer.
when Paige like locked up this girl and got a possession. I knew it was all over. Like when they cut to her family, like her sister, her brother, and her little brother, and her little sister was like seatbelt, and I was like, oh yeah, it's over,
Lock
dog.
it up.
It's over.
Strap it in. It's crazy because we've played so well all year long that Paige has literally sat out most of the fourth quarters.
Yeah,
on the
bro.
season.
Honestly, bro, I still don't know. So we lost to USC and Notre Dame. Who did we lose to the third time? Who was our third?
I don't remember who the third loss was to. I remember
who it
watching
was,
when we
bro.
lost the USC game, and I was heartbroken.
The USC game. No, you know what's more heartbreaking, bro? Losing to Notre Dame. That shit disgusted me, bro.
I didn't see that
disgusted
game.
me. I saw that game, bro.
I saw the USC game, and I was in tears.
Well, also too, like it was still early on in the season, and we didn't have everybody healthy. So watching Notre Dame beat us just kind of pissed me off because I hate Notre Dame, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'll support all women. I will never support Notre Dame women's basketball. Never. Like, Skylar Diggins Smith gives me nightmares. I hate her.
Wait, even old girl that's
like hitting with Usher right there.
I hate her, man. No, like, bro, like, I'm mad that Paige is going to Dallas because I have to watch Arika Ogumawale play basketball.
But she's great. That, wait, why?
Because I hate her, bro. Bro, you don't understand, bro. Okay, bro. She hit a game-winning shot in the Final Four against us, bro. That broke my heart. And then she ended up winning the Final Four doing the same thing. Bro, I hate if I find out you a guard or a player from Notre Dame, bro, it's an instant dislike.
So I'm saying old girl that's coming back. I forget her name, but
Olivia Miles.
Is that her name? I don't know. Point guard, shooting guard. Yeah.
The one that's transferring or the one that's staying?
No, that's the one that's staying.
Oh, Hannah Hidalgo. I hate her.
Oh, come on, fam.
I hate them all, Reg. I mean, Jay. I hate them all.
I say, what the hell?
Sorry. I hate them all, bro. I hate them all.
He hate both y'all too.
I hate all. Yo, bro. You know how mad I was watching the finals and seeing Kayla McBride mess up? You know what I said? I said, of course she messed up. Notre Dame guards always be messing up. And guess what? I was right. Minnesota almost won the
jumping on her like that.
Yeah, I do.
I'm like a disciple of hating ass.
I got upset by what I just saw.
Let's go, Aubrey. Yeah, they took out Lauren. Yeah, they've accepted defeat. It's over.
Oh, that's
it's over. Yeah. They took her out. It's over.
Not the Giant being taken out. That's tough.
So,
well, I mean, it is 78-46, so I kind of can't.
48. It's gonna be 48 right now.
And I just made it home.
We're up 30, man. It's over, man.
Yeah, it's done.
My back hurts.
Hey, so
Marina Mabry, I hate her. Jackie Young, I hate Jackie Young. I hate them all, man.
Come on, Ferris.
I hate them all, bro. I hate them all. The only one I don't hate is Jewel Lloyd. I don't hate her. I just don't love her.
What about Jackie O?
I don't like her.
Really?
So Paige had 16.
I mean, she
had 19. And
Jackie Young's a part of the Notre Dame team that won the national title. Jackie O. Who the hell is Jackie O?
I think she's a Florida rapper.
Oh.
I was messing with you.
For a minute, I was like, who's Jackie O? Did I not notice? Yo, man. Yo, watching the two Bet girls next year, it's going to be crazy. Oh, snap. Damn, bro. You know how the game is over? Quandaz Samuels and Ali Zabel are in the game.
Oh, man.
Yo, they brought in Caroline Ducharme. Oh, it's over. It's over, man. No offense to my girls off the bench, especially Caroline, because she's come back from injury.
No offense at all. This might be one.
That was mad disrespectful.
That was kind of mad disrespectful.
He's like, they brought in the trash. We won.
I mean, we are up 30 though.
Now the problem is too,
31.
like I hate that is because the problem with Ali Zabel, she was like a top 10 prospect in the nation, and she doesn't even crack the starting lineup because of the two guards, because of Paige and Ashlyn and
Yeah, that's
and
what
AZ.
I'm saying. And Kiki.
Yeah,
like
KK.
Sorry, KK, yeah.
And one Ice.
One of the deepest rosters we've had in quite some time.
Let's go, Ice. I still remember when Ice hit a 3, and then you hear Rebecca Lobo say, "No, Ice Brady, no." Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's because Ice isn't. She's not one that's going. So what I love is that Gino, he doesn't mind his players shooting. He says if you're open, take the shot. But Ice Brady's never been known as a shooter.
Yeah. Bro, you know what I love about
player.
You know what I love about the UConn coaching staff? I love how everybody, it's like they're all wearing black and like black or white, and then you see like Chris Daly, CD. She's like in all white or all gray.
Mm-hmm.
She posted up like all decked out, like she like Gucci'd out. It's like, what's good?
Mm-hmm.
Like she like, you know.
Did you see last game when
she was
Gino,
dressed in all white? Yeah, he was dressed in all black, and she was dressed in all white. And it was like, she was the only one dressed in all white because the other coaches were also dressed in black.
Did you see when Gino was yelling at Paige? Game was over. We was winning. We was up 20-something points. And Paige, we turned the ball over on the inbound because Paige didn't come back to the ball. And Gino's yelling at her with like it was like a minute and a half left, not even.
And
you
bad habits,
come back to the ball.
Yeah,
you gotta back to the ball.
You gotta nip those bad habits in the bud, man.
No, I agree. But he goes to sit back down, and she's like, calm down. The game's over. You relax.
Yeah. So Sue Bird was talking to Nafisa Collier on her podcast, and they talk about how like Paige is basically kind of like changed him, and Nafisa's like, yeah, she's the only one who's ever slapped him in the butt and got away with it. You know, so I'm like, so I guess you guys like he's not, you know, like he used to yell at us, but she could do it. Like, so I'm like, yeah, bro, it's Paige, bro. Let's go, Caroline. Let's go, Caroline.
She got to, you know, it's just something about her. It's the swagger.
Man, it's just, dude, it's her vibe, bro. Like,
yeah.
I remember her senior years in high school. You know how much motion she had, bro? Bro, I don't follow college, like, you know, like women's recruiting. I knew about her. Like she was everywhere, bro. She was on Slam. She was on Overtime. She was on ESPN. She was everywhere, bro. And people forgot about her, man. They forgot about her, bro. They forgot about her. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
We coming for the goal.
Jay, are you eating a sandwich, Jay? Is that a chicken sandwich?
That man said, I just got in the house. Let me be.
They said he put in work in these streets.
Jay said, I just got in the house. Let me be. I just
was running like a trucker today.
So, bro, we're winning that 12th title, bro. We're winning that 12th title. We're winning that 12th title, bro.
We got to.
We winning that 12th title, bro.
And play like this and then not go win the 12th title.
Bro, I mean, Don Stay might come out of retirement to beat y'all.
Shoot, they need bigs. They don't need guards.
She's gonna have to come out of retirement for them to compete.
Mm-hmm.
This team playing like this, when
Jay, you gonna take
cylinders?
So, time about Jay. So you don't follow the UNC women? I can't hear you, Jay.
We can't hear you, Jay. You either muted or you're
silence. You know what happened, Reg? That performance silenced him. Shut him down. Zipped him up. Zipped him up,
he has
bro.
No words.
He got hemmed up.
English language.
Got hemmed up.
He forgot the English language.
Shut him down as Triple H's theme music.
No, it should be though.
Or that's Generation X.
No, I said break it down.
Nah, bro,
Last time you watched wrestling?
bro, they went. Their game plan literally was like, let Lawrence score, stop everybody else, and it worked.
Yeah, I was gonna say that early on. It was clear as day, and it wasn't even like let Lauren score. It was like we're not gonna double her, but she's gonna work for each basket because she worked
Yana El
hard
Alfie,
to get
man.
those baskets.
Yo, man, Yana was fronting her, was pushing her from the spot. She was fighting left and right, man. Yo, man, she got a dub in front of her family. I'm happy about that.
They came out with that Connecticut spirit, and they played real physical. They played real physical. Now I just need them to do the same thing again against South Carolina. Because you know South Carolina is going to be driven because they're going to be like, listen,
we're not going to get blown out again.
Last time we played them, they put boots to asses. Now it's time to fix that. But 85 to take a team like UCLA and win 85-51. Yes, people, you heard it correct. 85-51. 34 points. And y'all chose this team to beat UConn? Just hold on. This your guy right here? These your peoples that y'all said was gonna win? Oh man. That's heartbreaking. I'd cry. If I was anybody that wouldn't, and I hope that nobody bet on this game.
Wow, I'm so happy, bro.
Nah, if you asked me to bet money, I definitely would have took UConn.
you would have took the meanest L if we bet money. You said UCLA by 12.
That's because you expect me to pick UCLA.
No, I didn't. I genuinely just wanted to know who you were picking.
You
chose to pick UCLA.
Yo, man, they were shooting on Friday Night SmackDown, bro. They were shooting.
I'm gonna have to go watch it. I watched the beginning of the show, parts of it.
Bro, Tiffany brought up Charlotte getting divorced.
Yeah, the writing for WWE has been so edgy since Triple H took over. I love it, man. They're incorporating all real stuff.
Bro, she was like, you gonna be just like you were outside the ring. 0-3. Is that what I heard? And then Charlotte was like, is that why Kaiser's in my DMs?
Oh man. You know what? Charlotte's butt hurt too, though, because she knows everybody wants Tiffany to beat her. But if you watch her promos from when she first came back, she's supposed to be a face, and she just got denied by the fans. They were like, "No, we don't want you. Like, we don't even want you here." She was booed when she won the Rumble, and then she booed out the building the night after on Raw. I mean, it was ridiculous. She's like, "I love you guys. I miss you guys," and they're like, "Boo! Get out!" Yeah. And she's like, "It's okay. You can boo because I love you anyway." They're like, "No, boo!" It was terrible. It was absolutely amazing for me, but terrible for her. And she tried to force her way to be in the face, and it just didn't happen.
Derek Strong is the third freshman to have 20 or more points in a Final Four game, joining Maya Moore and Brianna Stewart.
Yep. %55 field goal percentage.
Yana, she took Lauren Betts off the dribble. Like, what's up?
Mm-hmm.
First 30-point win in Final Four history.
How you feel, Jay?
Jay's in denial.
Jay's trying to figure out what he's going to do next with life because he already agreed that we're going to live stream on the finals game, and
that's Sunday, right?
That
What
is
time on Sunday?
I'm about to check it. I gotta check and see. I'm about to check now.
Damn, because I'm
So I was
gonna be
gonna
live
stream
on
during
Sunday.
that
I just
game.
need to know what time on. Oh, that's it. But 12 in the afternoon. What is up with that, bro? Why they gotta do that?
Ooh,
I hate
maybe I
that
won't
shit.
be live during that game. Actually, I was hoping it was at night. I
Nah,
might not
man.
be able to do it.
I don't,
Afternoon.
bro.
What
Honestly,
time is
bro.
it?
12 in the afternoon.
What, this Sunday?
So
Yeah,
that's
it's 12. It's 12 for
3.
him on the over
It's
there.
3
It's 3
o'clock.
o'clock.
3 o'clock.
3 p.m. for me.
No, well, it's 2
Why that
for
early?
two for Jay.
you,
It's
Jay.
Sunday. Sunday. But
Yeah,
also too,
Sunday.
man, like, I hate when they do that, bro. Like you put it in prime time, G. Like, what are we doing here?
Exactly. That's what I was hoping
Did you
for.
did you take that tea on your trip?
Nah.
It wouldn't have made it back.
Nah.
That was
Jay
an
gonna
absolute stomping.
Jay gonna sue me for getting him diabetes. Watch.
That was a grade A ass whooping.
Like first 30-point win in Final Four history is crazy.
And of course, it's UConn.
Damn.
Right? Crazy. And South Carolina sat back looking at that like, damn, we gotta deal with that.
Okay.
Yeah. It's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a fun game.
He said South Carolina gonna hit you.
It's gonna be a fun game. I'm the last person that's gonna sit here and doubt them. Right? They have the ability. But if
Yeah, they do.
UConn's
They
clicking
do.
all cylinders like this,
Oh, definitely.
It's gonna be tough.
Definitely gonna be a fun game.
I
I don't think South Carolina
the
gonna
Final
turn it
Four
over.
teams.
South
We're the
Carolina
only
ain't gonna
ones
turn it
that were
over
number 2
either.
Nah, because
in
Joyce
our bracket.
Joyce has a chip on her shoulder.
Yeah.
They basically been calling her Sarah's child since that game. So,
And she's
yeah.
just gonna have to come out there and get signed again. Her daughters in this case. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Jay. I said it.
Yeah. She
But
did get 15 and 10. First time in a Final Four game in like 25 years. The last one to do that, 15 and 10, was Chamika Holslaw. Did it in 96.
That sounds like an old name in the 80s or 90s.
Chamika, yeah. She was a part of I think it was like her. It was I think they were called like the 3 C's. It was like her, Catchings, and someone else. Like Tamika Catchings. I don't know who the third person was.
Sarah
Yeah,
was
like-
2 boards away from a double-double.
Yeah. Yeah, she can shoot the 3, unlike Joyce. No offense to Joyce.
Enough of that.
Dang,
Yeah.
man, them girls just played their behinds off. KK had 9 off the bench.
Mm-hmm.
It was really just, that I'm looking at it, right? And even looking at the scoring spread, it was really just 3 players that just said, we're going to come out here and just smack out. That's 3 over and over again. And
Yeah,
it
pretty
worked.
Pretty much.
It worked.
Paige, Ace, Sarah. I like how AZ bounced back.
Sarah,
AZ
that's what I'm
bounced back
saying.
from that horrible game last week.
And dropped 19 this game.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to point out,
Yana had
Paige, the
8
star,
boards.
only dropped 16 points.
Yeah, Yana had 8 boards, which was more than Lauren's 5. So that means she boxed her out on her misses and got those. But UCLA only scored 9 points in the second quarter. That's crazy. They didn't score more than 15 in a single quarter.
Well, they went into half with 22.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm not mistaken, no team scored over 67 on us.
Yeah.
In the entire
the men's game needs to go to quarters because it produces a more free flowing game.
No, I agree. Doing the halves for the men's game. That's just them wanting to be different. That's just them wanting to be different. But I'm trying to look at.
That's why we get like the 50-40 games, and you're like, this game is horrible.
Yeah. So
Damn.
looking at this,
Damn, Betts played her ass off for nothing.
She did, man. But next year she's gonna have her sister to help her. She ain't gotta rely on these
the
bums.
most points we've given up the whole tournament is 64.
Oklahoma?
Was it Oklahoma? Hold on. No, Oklahoma scored 59. It was USC.
Oh, USC. And we still beat them, what, 20?
we beat them by 14, 78 to 64.
Okay.
That's crazy. So I'm just gonna run down the scores, and I'm gonna do them in reverse order. So UConn UCLA 85 to 51. Yeah.
That's
UConn USC 78 to 64.
14.
UConn Oklahoma 82 to 59.
24.
UConn San Diego State 91 to 57. And
30.
UConn Arkansas State 103 to 34.
70.
Who cares about Arkansas State?
60 something.
No,
I'm just saying.
Just don't be like the Patriots and go undefeated and lose in the Super Bowl.
We didn't go undefeated on the season, though. We did not go undefeated on the season, so it's not like.
But South Carolina did.
No, you didn't. You lost.
No, I'm saying that we did it. I'm saying we did that feat. We did that. No, undefeated.
Yeah, and you know what? And we've done it like what? Like I don't know, 8 times. So you know that's cute.
Yeah, it's true.
Look, that's cute.
In this era, bro. In this area.
So we're not counting 2013. To like, what are we doing here? Like, come on, Jay.
Were you born in 2013, Ferris?
Yes, I was.
Exactly, Ferris. How old was you in 2013?
Let me check. I was 14. All right.
Yeah. Listen, don't be hating on
Ferris without facial hair.
He with the right college team.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy?
Ferris and Jared
You say that, Jay. You say that, Jay. You said Ferris. I had facial hair, right? It just wasn't as full as it is now. I had.
And I'm saying I'm saying I have never seen.
Hey, I've had facial hair since I was in
I can't now.
too. But
yeah, nah, bro. It started, bro. It started there, like it started like 8th grade, and then like by like the end of senior year, it was like up to here, and now it's this.
I wish I had a picture of me in 8th grade.
I know everybody was
somewhere in there so I can show you.
I know everybody was hating, bro. I know everybody's hating on Ferris.
You know,
I had
Ferris just waking up, just combing this shit.
Yeah,
it wasn't long like that, but
it didn't help with the ladies, unfortunately.
Wait, hold on. You
What?
was talking about the crispy fade. Which one of y'all got the crispiest fade right now? What's up?
Still me.
That's still Ferris. Not still Ferris.
Yeah. No, he got that one.
Yeah, you got it. Nah, I ain't gonna hate. I'm gonna give credit. Great credit.
For the record, the UConn Huskies won 111 games in a row. For the record. You know, when you get to 100,
I watched all of them.
You know, when you get to 112, then call me.
Y'all got it. I told you, I'm not gonna hate on UConn's feet. Guess what? My
all right.
No, still weak. My go still weak.
Keep it over there, Jay Sean. All right. I don't know what's Jay short for. Is it just Jay?
I was like,
I don't know.
Why do they put up dumb stuff like Huskies never trailed in game and led by as many as 34 points? They won by 34 points, so we kind of know that.
Yeah, I hate those, man. I hate those. Are stupid. It's like it's like oh, this player averages 35 points on the 3rd Sunday of the month when it's 25 degrees outside. You're like, what gives a shit? Like, who gives a shit?
What point is that? What point are you trying to make here?
What are you trying to make here?
That makes no sense. Yeah, they do it all the time. They do it all the time. They make up all these stats.
Me, bro. That shit annoys me.
They make up tons of. Wait, what? Holy shnikes! I want one now. Nothing. I just got an alert across my phone.
Damn, that's
Dodge, as we know, is coming out with the. Because I'm a car enthusiast too. For those that didn't know, the 6-pack Charger. The 6-pack Dodge Charger is supposed to be releasing, and it's got they went away from the V8s, but it's got an inline six. The high output they're saying is going to be making 654 horsepower. I wonder if that's with a special tune because the original numbers they put out was 550. So I wonder. I'm gonna have to go read.
Is that the one that they're combining with the electric engine, or is that just straight six?
No. It's straight inline six, straight six. That's it. They're not doing a hybrid for the Charger. They have one that's gonna be all electric and one that's gonna be ICE, which is gonna be the 6-pack. And then eventually, I think in a year or two, maybe they'll throw the V8s back in the Dodge Charger. But Ram is getting ready to put V8s back in later this year because their truck sales went through the floor. So they're gonna bring back the V8s, and Dodge is eventually gonna do it too. I think they want to see how well the 6-pack sells first. And I like it. It's a good car. It's a good looking car to me, but it's big. It's huge. But we'll see what happens.
That's dope.
Yeah, so I can't wait to go read it and look into that. That's gonna be interesting. If it's really making 654, that they just gotta price it right. Because the car prices right now through the roof. Nobody wants to buy because everything's like the prices are outrageous. Like Dodge used to be known for giving you a nice horsepower muscle car for cheap prices. Now the prices are through the roof. And over the last 3 years, let's just say for when they introduced the Hellcat, which I think was 2021. Actually, it might have been 2018. So let's start from 2018. The base Hellcat was like 67,000. A base Hellcat now is like 85 to 90,000, like with no extras. And then once you start tacking stuff on, it gets up over $100,000, which is outrageous for an American made.
Get a GT350 for that price.
Exactly. I mean, well, not really.
Hey man, I just look up this. You know when I talk about the 111 game winning streak, I just looked it up. Though only 3 games were decided by less than 10 points.
See what I'm saying? That's pure dominance.
Only 3 games.
That's dominance that'll never be matched ever again.
It was Florida State, Maryland, and Tulane. That was it. 31 of their victories were against
off, right?
Yeah. 31 of their victories were against ranked teams, and they actually had another streak where there were 127 games in a row during the regular season. The 111 was throughout the entire postseason and regular season, but in the regular season they had 112. 112. Crazy.
Dominance.
Yeah.
At its best right there.
Mm-hmm. Insanity, my guy. Insanity.
This has been a great night for women's basketball altogether, and a phenomenal night for UConn basketball because that was just I wasn't expecting that. Like I was expecting it to be closer and maybe we pull away in the fourth a little, but I was not. I'd be lying out of my face if I sat here and said, "Oh, I expected us to come in and dominate."
Yeah,
like I've been talking to Jay about the games all week, and I've been saying to Jay, "Yeah, we gonna win. I'm not worried about that. We gonna win. But I'd never once said we're gonna go out there and just bench press them. Like I was not expecting that. I was not. I expected to win, but I didn't expect that. I've been telling people this team is just different right now.
Yeah, it's just like the South Carolina game, man. I was like, I expect a competitive game. It's gonna be close. I don't expect a blowout because they're also good teams. And then now we know we're making jokes, but damn, you know what I mean?
So I do have a serious question. If Ovechkin doesn't get this record on this next game, do you think he stretches it another year?
Yeah, because is the next game a home game?
I don't know, but I mean, is
the next game the last game of the season?
I'm not sure, but I mean, if he doesn't get the record this year,
yeah, he's gonna stretch it. Yeah, he is. Because like, come
I
on,
would, right?
like
I think
you're a goal away. Play one more year, do it at home, play sparingly for one more year, and then retire after that year.
You could break the record and retire during the season if you want to.
Yeah.
Like, just break the record.
Yeah, no, they have a couple more games. They have
yeah, it looks like that.
1, 2, 4, 6. They have 6 more games. But how many of them are at home? Let me check. All right.
I don't know how to read for the at home.
I got. So the team on top is the away team. So
okay, so their next home game is Thursday, not Sunday.
Yeah, Thursday. So, but he has 2 shots
2 home
at
games
home.
to do it.
He has 2 shots.
Because this game, he tied the record in 1 less game than Gretzky had played so far.
Yeah.
So if he does it next game, that means he'll have beat Gretzky's record in the same amount of games. Because there's going to be the purists that say, "Oh, he played 4 more games than Gretzky. That's how he did it."
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate those people, bro, because
it's the same amount of seasons.
Yeah. It also happened with what happened with Saquon when Eric Dickerson started complaining about he has an extra game. You weren't complaining when they gave you 2 extra games.
Exactly.
So the NFL went from 14 to 16. The record holder was OJ with 14. He had over like 2,050, I think. But if you give OJ 2 more games, how many
got 2,300?
Yeah, he would have 2,300. But you were given 2 extra games to break OJ's record. Saquon was given 1 more game to break your record. Stop complaining and shut the hell up.
Yeah, but
Eric Dickerson does a lot of complaining. He complains about complains a lot about stuff. He complained about like how like the Hall of Fame should have a Hall of Fame within the Hall of Fame. Where it's like, like special players should be. It's like, yeah, you're okay. If that's true, Eric, you wouldn't be in it.
He's Eric Dickerson is something else, man. I don't understand him sometimes because some of the stuff he complains about, it's just like, why are you even? Why is this even a topic of conversation?
He's finally talking about what SMU gave him because now it's like legal. He's like, oh yeah, man, they gave me that gold Trans Am, or yeah, they gave me a shit ton of money. He's like, now it's like okay, like no one cared. He's like, bro, nobody cared ever. Like nobody cared. You could have been, but he was like, I'm loyal to the soil. I'm never gonna rat them out. And I'm like, okay, Eric, we already know they gave you money. We just don't know how much they gave you.
Just like the rap line, Jose Canseco
only like that
snitching because he's finished.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Yeah,
it's like he never picks against his team.
Who?
Eric.
Oh, Eric never. Jared. Eric is a narcissist. He kind of is.
Yeah. Hey, Jared. I need to know you saw that final score on the game, buddy. I need to know you saw that.
Hey man, has anyone ever seen Jared?
No. Like, he's the biggest. He's the biggest mystery on YouTube.
Yeah, we've seen my face, your face, Jay's face, Bazel's face. We used to say, "Where's Jay?" For months. We were like, "Where's Jay?" We've never seen Jay ever. And then one day Jay shows up. We're like, "Hey, it's Jay!" And we're like, "Of course." Yeah.
Hey, you might not have seen Jared, but you might have seen his twin.
Jared has a twin?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Who is it?
Unless I'm tripping.
No.
Are they on the show together?
No. Yes.
No.
Yes, they are.
Yo, man, twins throw me off, bro. Like I don't know why you're mad at me that I can't tell you apart when you're identical. How's that my fault?
I don't know why.
How is that my fault?
Like, if I know a set of twins, like not the first time I've seen them, but if I know a set of twins, like I've talked to them, for some reason I always just know which one's which.
Well, they still have different personalities. It's kind of easy once you get to know somebody.
Of course, when you start talking to them, when you start talking to them, like, yeah, but like when I look at
he did. Oh yeah, I forgot. He does have the interview.
Okay, cool.
Oh yeah.
Hey man, I feel like Emery Hunt just be going to everybody's podcast. Shout out to Emery.
Wow.
What a good guy.
That's what
No, I
we
mean like in a good way, because I've been big timed. I've asked like 3 people to be on my podcast. DM them, trying to set up a meeting, trying to interview them, but they ain't never responded, bro. Shout out to people like Emery Hunt, man, where like they're helping out small channels, man. Shout out to him. Like Steve Weish with Justin. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry, bro. Like, I don't know why you big timing me, bro. You're a local media guy. Let's calm it down here, bro. Like you don't work for ESPN, bro. All right, let's chill. Like, let's chill, bro. And like, you know what I mean? No, same thing with some of these players, bro, like that are retired. I'm like, bro, like, no offense, bro. You were like a backup cornerback. All right. Accept the goddamn invitation. Yeah, man, get up here and talk.
You can see the hurt in Ferris' eyes right now.
It is, bro. I'm pissed the fuck off. I'm like, bro, the fuck? Like, what's up with that shit, bro? Yeah, I watch Emery all the time on CBS Sports Network. He shit.
I just need Jared and them to go ahead and admit they was wrong on Sunday. That's all.
We gotta win though, Reg. We gotta win.
No, I'm not even talking about the game. They said we wasn't gonna win this game.
Oh, word? Oh yeah, Jared, man.
They said UCLA was.
I need you to run that apology, dog.
Put the boots down.
I need to run that apology.
Man, they said UCLA was gonna crip walk on y'all.
Nah, damn, that's crazy, man. But guess what, man? Guess what, man? You know what? You want to know who put the paws on who? We put the paws on them. We put the paws on the Bruins. We took the Bruins' paws and put them on them. You know what I mean? Don't mess around.
Just like, nah,
shake your head as much as you want, Jay.
But they ain't gonna do it. It's like UCLA about to run through them.
Jace, whatever. You know what? You know, like how call Reginald. I'm gonna call you Jaynold. That's what you know, short for Jay. Short. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up now.
Definitely eat crow. Yes, indeed. I will be there too to make sure.
Well, I mean, by the time they stream start, y'all might be getting curb stomped by South Carolina, the way Jay said.
Jay says a lot of things.
I ain't say a thing. You see his face? He's like, I ain't say nothing.
I didn't say that. I see it in your eyes, Jay. I see it. He's saying it with his eyes.
I don't know about curb stomp, but you know, I'll say it's gonna be a close game. I hope it's a close game.
That's what I hope too, Jay. Then my team blew you out.
Yeah,
at your house.
Look, Jay. No,
I feel like it was gonna be a close game.
They're cheesing with a dimple and everything. That's why them.
Yo, Reg, you know if we don't win this game, Jay's gonna. Reg, you know if we don't win this game, Jay's gonna be like, what?
Yeah, he's got. Yeah.
I'm about to buy my own WWE belt. And you know, next time I stream away, is this right here? Oh, none. This ain't nothing special.
Damn, he said you'll take your belt.
Triple spinner.
You'll take your belt.
Is wearing.
You ain't taking my belt. You ain't taking my belt, brother.
You gonna upgrade the belt?
No, I'm doing you one better. No, I'm gonna do you one better. I'm gonna buy a briefcase, put money in the bank on it, cash it in,
and take it back
all live.
It's like out of nowhere, bro. Like Jay streaming and like Reg, and I know you see just Jay like come from behind and hit Reg with the briefcase and cash it in, and then you see Reg's wife. 1, 2, 3.
And you know she'll be in on it because she can't wait to get rid of the belt.
Yeah,
she can't wait to get rid.
That would be epic as hell. That would be epic. And hey, I know this is our first time meeting, but help me do this.
She would too.
I would, and she would be like, "I got you." To get rid of that abomination.
Belt out the house.
I'm like, don't worry, I'm not an intruder. I'm actually a friend of your husband's. I'm not gonna hurt your daughters. Just help me do this real quick.
Like,
hold on.
I'm Jay the 6th. I am Jay the 6th.
All you gotta do is say, "I'm here to steal the belt," and she's gonna help you.
She'll hand it to you. She'll hand it to you.
Look, she might hand it to you and give you a tip for such a great service.
I'm gonna be honest. Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. All right. If you came here and stole my belt, I'm gonna come outside like Arn Anderson. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to shoot your tires.
With the Glock cocked.
I'm gonna have to shoot your tires out, bro. I can't let you leave.
Nah, bro, and then Jay will do what Jay will do what Sid Vicious did and stab you. Whang.
Not
look,
only
what is with her timing?
Timing is perfect.
Timing is ridiculous.
she be listening, and them ears start
So
ringing. She like, okay, yeah, I need to check back on the stream.
So, Mrs.
That's
Red,
exactly what it is.
Would you for real help me? For real, would you for real help me?
No, we can't. Listen, she can't help somebody like you because you like the spinner belt. You
Why
said
are we
the
still
spinner
live?
belt was the best championship. I don't know. I'm about to end the stream now. You said the spinner belt was the best championship, and it's
What?
not.
Jay.
It was.
Jay.
It was.
No, it wasn't.
To me, it was. I thought I met.
I mean, did you like the spinner belt for the U.S. title?
Who, me?
Jay, you remember when he won the U.S. title? He made it into the spinner belt first. Remember that? No, y'all don't remember that.
No.
I
Oh, okay.
thought that.
You know why? You know why he did it, bro? You know why he did it, bro? Because this man's a genius. He was like, "We're gonna sell so much toys if we make it spinner belts, because the children are gonna buy them." I'm like, "You genius!" And he did, bro. He did.
It did. It worked.
And bought it. I did.
Yeah, man.
Make
Like,
my mom to buy it for me,
bro. It became so iconic, bro. When he lost that belt, the person who won it from him didn't change it because it was too.
Yeah, it was Edge.
And that's
Edge
my
won it from
favorite.
him, and then Edge put the R inside of it, so the R can.
Oh yeah,
spin,
rated
right?
R. Yeah.
And I was just like, I hate these people. Get rid of this belt, please,
I hate these people
immediately.
No, I feel like
I swear I hated that
the
belt.
United States. The United States belt was like my favorite when MVP had it because it fit him perfectly for some reason.
MVP should have been a world champion, bro. His entrance,
yes,
MVP,
blow up tunnel,
bro. His entrance is one of the greatest entrances of all time.
Right,
I loved when. Yo, was SmackDown on UPN back then?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yo, SmackDown knew what channel it was on when it was on UPN, bro. Because that shit, that show, man, it spoke to my soul and it spoke to all my black friends.
But SmackDown wasn't live though.
No, it didn't matter to me. I didn't give a shit. I didn't know that.
Yeah, who cares?
I didn't know that.
It was
filmed.
Bro, I remember.
Bro,
y'all remember when 3 6 Mafia played Mark Henry's theme?
Yes.
So
that was the greatest. It had the fist.
SmackDown
It had the fist, bro. It was awesome. I miss when sets used to be different. Oh, y'all gonna talk about Swerve and Booker T? Yeah, that's a good one.
So I used to take my brother to the wrestling match.
Treasure, all right, he must be protected at all causes.
Really?
Okay.
And
we
so
love Booker T.
Raw, they would tell you to get there at like 6:30, 7 o'clock. And we're like, why the hell we get there so early? So my brother being like he has to see every second. So we get there at 6:30. And we're in the seats at 7 o'clock. They're like, and now we're filming SmackDown, and the whole ring. I'm like, what the hell is wrong? So he went to school on Tuesday and bet on SmackDown matches, knowing he saw them live on Monday. So on Thursday, he's like, yeah. And this is the third. I bet you this is the third.
And Leo.
And Friday, he come in and collect. Every time we went to go see, because they would only sell tickets for Raw. I'm like, why would they only sell tickets for Raw? So after like the second or third time, I was like, look, let's just go see Raw. Whoop-de-whoop. And we go there. They film SmackDown from like 6:30 to like 8:50. And then they switch the whole thing, make the ring Raw and all that stuff like that in the intermission. And then they actually do Raw live. So
Raw wasn't even. It was on a delay. It was on a
delay, but they actually like filmed it live. Where SmackDown, if something happened, they could edit it because they had the tape for 3 days before it actually went on TV.
That's what they did with ECW. That's what they did with the Muhammad Hassan Undertaker angle on SmackDown. It went dark, and Muhammad Hassan had like men in like ski masks and like camo pants start beating up the Undertaker and choking him out, kind of like the Taliban. But it wasn't really the Taliban. it was crazy.
So they would do that type of stuff live, but
so they would and then
Thursday they could pick what angle was the best to do it from. So we would see everything in the arena, and then I'd be watching on Thursday, be like, hey, bro, it ain't go down that goddamn smooth now. Y'all done pick certain angles to make it look
it's just like
smooth.
Yeah.
I watched the taping of they did ECW when WWE took over ECW.
Mhm.
So they did a taping of ECW right before, it was right before a Raw live event. And Christian at the time was the ECW champion, I think it was.
Yeah.
You talking about a dude, it was him and Shelton Benjamin. You talking about two dudes that, well, Shelton was okay. Christian couldn't get his lines right to save his life. He was stuttering over every single word, but then you watched it on TV and it looked like he said it perfectly, but he stuttered over every word. I never heard a person on the mic sound worse than what Christian did that night. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Look,
So
just like me and my videos, the power of editing.
yes. Now, so the Muhammad Hassan thing is they aired it on UPN that week, but that same week, like before it was gonna air, like on that Wednesday, there was like a bombing in London. Like it was like a bombing. So when they aired it on Raw on SmackDown on Friday, everyone got mad. Like, yo, what the hell, man? Terrorists! And they had to like UPN was like, hey, you gotta edit that out. Like, we can't have that. You can't do that.
Yeah.
And like Vince and them were like, man, stop worrying. It's all right. And they like got into like doing an argument. And then that was like the end of Muhammad Hassan's reign. Because like at the Great American Bash, Undertaker like power bombed him through like the table, like through the like, and then we never saw him again.
Yeah, it was a couple characters that got killed like that because of different things going on in the world. Because Vince was big on having characters match what was going on, but he was also just like very racist, just like very racist, outlandishly racist. But on that note, first we're gonna get up out of here because we've been streaming for 3 hours, right? So we're gonna we'll go in a row here. First, Jay, let them know where they can find you because we already know what you're gonna say.
I'm gonna say it so much it's gonna become saying a line for all the J's in the world. Day 6 on everything that I do, except for Blue Sky. I don't know what the hell that is yet, but maybe coming soon. I don't know. But X, Twitch, TikTok, I'm getting better at, and of course YouTube. Just dropped the video. Go check it out. It's not that hard. The name sheet down there. Type it in YouTube. Type it in Google. You're gonna see this pretty face.
Fears, you gonna let the people know where they can find you, sir?
Unlike Jay, you cannot find me anywhere that says Ferris because I actually have channels. Let's Get Ready Network Entertainment. Every Thursday, I do the Buffy the Vampire Slayer podcast. We're also adding the Angel series as well. So be sure on the lookout for that. Every Friday on our sports channel, LGRN Sports. Every Friday, 3:00, me and Caleb talk NFC East, Giants, Cowboys. But this week we're gonna take we took a break today, so we didn't air a show today. And
I'm not gonna talk about how Joe Milton is on the Cowboys now.
Why? Like, what's the point? Probably next week we'll probably do a draft simulator because the draft is in 2 weeks.
Saying, it might be
no. Shut up, Jay. That's why your team's gonna lose on Sunday. All right. Right. But yeah, you can find me at Ferris Mathana on Twitter. Find me _Ferris_Mathana on Instagram. Find me on Blue Sky at ferrismathana.bluesky.social on Blue Sky. That's where you can find me. I show up on LBHT sometimes on Wednesday.
All right, show, by the way. Mr. Ghost.
Well, you can check my YouTube, 86 Ghosts. Same thing on Blue Sky. Soon to be interviewed by Ferris Mathana on his personal YouTube page. Oh, that's all. Just start trouble.
Okay.
I thought this thing froze.
I was waiting for Ferris to reply on this interview date that we about to set up.
Interview who?
You want to interview me, and then Reg, then Jay. The up and coming.
Y'all already know. Y'all got me right here.
I tried to interview Jay. He said no to me.
Dang. So Jay too good for your podcast? Look, me and Reg are humble. You know, we ain't like that.
He was like, oh no, man, I have the kids this week. Can't do it.
I did say that.
Right.
I did say that. I did.
Jay only care if your name is Simply or Gold Peak or both.
And on that note, we out. Peace.
It's supposed to be that one. Yeah.
Peace.